Lord, I don't know what happened. That thing will not even let me come to the stage. It said, Mother, don't. What is up, everybody? Oh my goodness, we are back. We are ready and we are live. So, first of all, I hope everybody is doing great. I am so sorry, y'all, about last week. Honey, Mother was at the beach. It was so hot, it was ridiculous, but I'm back. And we are ready to get into some of this foolishness. Now, it has not really been a lot going on. Obviously, as we know, last week was Top Rank's last card on ESPN. So I will be keeping my eye out to see, where they land. I know Bob, he did say that he wanted to explore like different platforms, I guess, just to figure out what works for them. Sort of like a partnership type of thing, right? So translation, they homeless. Top rank ain't got no home. You know what I'm saying? So there is that. But I do have a bit of news, some things that I saw, and then just a few things that I wanted to talk about today that kind of piqued my interest. So, first and foremost, before we even get started with the show, y'all make sure y'all smash that like button. What's up, Dang Father? Cam, I see you. Hall of Game, what's up? All things, all things is just my biggest support. I just love you, all things. I appreciate all your support. You're always the first one here showing your girl some love. So I appreciate you so, so much. You have no idea. But y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. I want to kind of just show some respect. I believe he was lost, Tony Brooks. And for those of y'all who don't know, that was obviously Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield's trainer. He passed away. So, just a quick prayers up to him and his family. And, I hope everything is working out for his family, his loved ones that he left behind. So definitely wanted to make sure that we acknowledged him at the top of the show. I don't got any soundboard yet. I'm gonna look into that because Mama needs some drops. But definitely a 10 count for him. So just a moment of silence if y'all will. Yeah, prayers to him and his family, man. Definitely prayers to him and his family. I don't know who is in the Atlanta, Georgia area, honey. But Brian Norman Jr. is having him a pool party today, child. That thing starts at 7 p.m. and it is till 1 a.m. He is celebrating his wins, I guess. I guess his latest win over Jen Sasaki or a premature win over Devin Haney. Who the hell knows? But he is having a pool party at Midtown Beach Club. That is at 1150 Crescent Avenue in Atlanta, Georgia. So if y'all are in the area, y'all are free to pull up and show your boys some love. So that's that. Now, I did see that it appears that Eddie Hearn is looking to put yet another fighter in the witness protection program. I'm hearing that the WBO ordered Caleb Smith to face David Morrell later this year. Now, Eddie, he wants Caleb Smith to fight one of the light heavyweight champions, obviously, rather than have him defend his WBO interim, right? But the WBO, they want their coin. They said, F what you talking about, Eddie. And they have ordered Smith to defend his interim title while waiting for the Dimitri and Bivol, I guess, trilogy. So we're going to see how that all pans out. If he vacates, though, the WBO interim belt, he's going to lose the leverage that he needs to actually get the title shot against one of those winners. So it looks like we may be getting Smith and Morrell sometime this fall. I will keep my eyes peeled on that. Most of you know, or maybe you don't know, Gervonta Tank Davis's court date got pushed to August 12th. So I am assuming after that we will get some sort of fight announcement. Once that is all figured out, the young man has to make sure that he is taking care of his business. He needs to be free to fight. right? So let's just let him take care of his business, and then we'll worry about who he's going to fight and when. Now I'm going to go a little deeper into that, but first I want to talk about some other Clout-Chase shit that I saw that we're gonna get into, because I don't know why. Maybe they bored. I don't know what's happening. Maybe they bored. Maybe they got some shit going on. Um, but I saw this goofy nigga shit, of course. Um, as you can see, this is pure utter garbage taking place right before your eyes, which is absolutely not a damn thing, right? So obviously, maybe you did or you didn't know you're watching it now. See this, what is it? I think a 30-second clip of Teo and Shakur sparring, right? Which shows absolutely nothing, might I add. But, they're going back and forth on X. Shakur did make a good point, right? Why won't Teo show the full sparring unless this is the only part that Teo looked good in, blah, blah, blah. But here is where I get damn confused. Where does Shakur want to campaign? Do we want to stay at 135 for Tank and Andy Cruz, like he told Nightcap? Or does he want Teo at 140, like he said after the weigh-in for the Zepeda fight? Or does he want Conor Ben at 147, like he said when he was on Ariel Helwani? Which is it? Now, it's okay. Or is he out until the end of the year with the hand injuries because of what happened in the Zepeda fight? Now, Teo, clout chasing ass, basically holding them damn belts for ransom, it seemed like. He turned down what, about 5 goddamn fights in the last year and a half? He don't want to fight Devin, but he clout chased Bud and Boots. He had everyone calling Boots a duck for ducking someone literally in a weight class below him. Make that make sense. Yet somehow we never seem to hold Teofimo tired ass accountable, as we should, for not fighting them, right? So let me see. He ducked Devin, Keyshawn, Matias, Brian Norman Jr., etc., etc., etc. For whatever reason, Teo is really under the impression that he is still a hot commodity. Like he's still that nigga. He ain't been that since he beat Josh Taylor in 2023? Like, come on, man. And then you say if you want the smoke, you have to pay for it? If anybody should be petitioning for somebody to get stripped, it should be that nigga. Are you fucking kidding me? You run around here picking who you want to fight, picking and choosing who the hell you want to fight. And then when people are actually trying to fight you, you want a king's ransom to fight them? Like, Teofimo Lopez is really starting to get on my fucking nerves. I don't know why anybody takes this boy seriously. As we can tell, he really don't want to fight. It's impossible. It's impossible that Teofimo wants to fight, running around here acting the way he acts. And if anybody, you should be trying to get in the ring with the motherfucker who just slapped taste out your damn mouth. But there's been no talk about that other than you trying to push some paperwork. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I just don't know. Maybe it's just me. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. I'm not really sure what the hell Teofimo got going on, but it's irritating my soul. Now, if Shakur is going to campaign at 135 and then maybe jump around in the weight classes, well, man, I'm tired of trying to figure out what he got going on too. Whatever, right? But this is a fight that, if they were under Turkey, they could possibly make this fight. Teo clearly don't got no damn fight lined up. He over there acting like a damn diva. So he clearly don't have any fights lined up. Maybe once Shakur gets his hands together, who the hell knows when that's going to... Hey, Miss Joette, who the hell knows when that's going to be? But maybe once he gets that taken care of, maybe they can get in there and fight and stop Clout-Chase. This is the Clout-Chase race. That's what I call this. the Clout-Chase race. Who can Clout-Chase the hardest, the longest, and the fastest, I guess. Because this is ridiculous. They wasn't in there doing a damn thing. Pity pat, pity pat. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God. Anyway, moving the hell on. Now, there is an issue that I thought I addressed previously, but I guess Mama gotta address the shit again. I thought we put this ridiculousness to bed, but apparently we have not. So, I guess we gotta address the shit again. But Rich Glaser said, I want to play y'all something, right, about the fat. Y'all see this? This is Rich Glaser getting kicked the fuck out of an event. Okay? Yeah, getting kicked out. Mm-hmm. Now, if you follow the world of boxing, even as a casual, right, you've probably heard one man, literally just one fucking man, beating the same damn dead horse. A self-proclaimed, okay, because I can't find no information to verify none of this shit, a self-proclaimed boxing insider, a matchmaker, a supposed voice of authority with the same goofy ass message. Premier boxing champions, most commonly known as PBC, they're a sinking ship. They broke. They fight is leaving. They ain't got no future. Well, somebody answer this for me. How, right? One person, how can they be so damn confident and yet consistently wrong? But people believe this motherfucker. And I came to the conclusion they believe him because this is what they want to believe. Now, this goofy Caucasian Professor Clump, for years, this pink fat man has been pushing this story about PBC is on the verge of collapse. But he's truly an insider. Or is there something else going on? So me personally, if you constantly smearing somebody to me, I'm going to try and figure out what the fuck is going on because you clearly got some sort of problem with them, right? So let's break this thing down like a fraction, shall we? Lie number one, PBC is broke, right? He's been saying this for years, claimed they owe nearly $1 billion to some mysterious creditor, right? It's always some pervert in the bushes that don't nobody know, can't nobody verify, right? And their whole business model's failing. You know, he's made what appears to be his miserable ass life's mission to attack the PBC. Like, Okay. Now, we're going to just take this one step at a time, okay? He's made it his life mission, you know, to smear them, right? And now he's doing it with their partners, Amazon Prime, okay? He paints the deal with Amazon Prime as a desperate, last-ditch effort, right, to help their failing company. But let's just use some common fucking sense for a second, right? PBC's last major partner was Showtime, wasn't it? And they were with Showtime from, 2013 to 2018? Showtime is owned by Paramount, isn't it? This new partner, Amazon, is a global. I use Prime all the goddamn time. I want my shit here tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? They have a market cap. What was it I read? $1.5 trillion. To even suggest that partnering with one of the richest, most powerful companies in the world is a sign of financial weakness somehow is just fucking that. Yo, like, do y'all listen? Are y'all like, yo, to even suggest something like that is the most ridiculous thing in the world. Amazon is pouring billions of dollars into properties like, what is it, Thursday Night Football? They're with them. They're partnering with them until what, 2033? They don't make fucking multi-year investments in sinking ships. They invest in properties and things that they believe will pull more subscribers and have a benefit for them in the long haul. You mean to tell me Amazon Prime just run around here like the fucking welfare office, handing out checks, helping niggas out? This is what y'all telling me is happening. Late last year, right? Who was it? The head, I believe, of Showtime Sports, Steven Espinoza. Obviously, he's now with PBC, said that for 2025, they had to get accustomed to how Prime runs shit, right? Getting acquainted is what he called it, right? He promised things would get better as time moves on. He also promised some free fucking cards, right? Okay. So somehow that they're running out of money it doesn't make any sense, y'all, logically. Lie number fucking 3. PBC's fighters, they're desperately leaving. Oh, they're trying to get up out of here. They're running for the hills. The pasty fat man, the Caucasian Professor Klump, loves to spew his jealous, envious, hateful bullshit, right? But now, mostly, he's turned his attention to, who else? Gervonta Tank Davis. Now he out here telling people he got from a reliable source. Who the fuck know you, Rick Glaser? Who know? I know damn well don't nobody in B-More know you. Don't nobody know you, honey. I mean, please. He has it from a reliable source that Baltimore's finest is retiring, right? He's retiring until his money run low. What kind of you know what? Sometimes I really wonder about people. I really fucking wonder about their mental health, yo. I really do. But no worries. The Jab Queen got y'all. I'm going to make it make sense for y'all, right? Just in case y'all were confused. Y'all think the pasty fat man is somebody to listen to when he, in fact, is not, right? But people, they take his talking points and they fucking run with it, and the shit spreads like wildfire. Now, we know Tank, obviously, he has gotten himself into some legal troubles as of recent, right? Boom. We all are aware of that. The problem with the narrative being completely false is the boy is not fucking retiring. Y'all know Tank is not one to talk a lot. Y'all know that when he does his talking, it's in the fucking ring. And even someone on Tank's team has come out and stated that this was false fucking news. And then we even have Calvin making a statement.
Outside the ring and in the ring. What was going on in that last fight? Because a lot of people were confused.
To tell you the truth, I couldn't even tell you. But right now, stay tuned. I'm telling you, stay tuned.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people said that wasn't Tank. You know what I'm saying? And it touched my heart that people recognized that it wasn't him.
But
It's a connection. Just like our brand, Box Raw, it's a connection. Anybody that you build a relationship, it's a connection.
we're going to see you guys back together.
Well, we are together. We're always together. We're always together. Trust me what I'm saying.
Now, I hope that answers any questions about Gervonta leaving Calvin and all this other kind of goofy nonsense about the young man that clearly just is on the top of y'all brain all the damn time. You know, I always found it interesting for so many people that claim they can't stand Tank, want to accuse fans of Tanks of being meat riders, Tank-a-maniacs, whatever the hell y'all want to call it. Y'all talk about this nigga more than we do, right? So with back to the pasty fat man, this is nothing, y'all, but a classic Professor Clump, Caucasian Clump move. I don't even want to say his name. It makes my stomach hurt. Not reporting on fighters leaving, but actively trying to create the perception of this with baseless claims. The man has never had any facts to support anything he says, but yet people believe him. Meanwhile, the biggest names are staying with PBC. Yes, David Morrell will be fighting on a turkey card. A lot of fighters are fighting on turkey cards, but for whatever reason, the shit is always centralized around PBC. Why? Somebody gonna have to tell me something. Why? David Morrell is still there, one of the most feared fighters in the sport. Is not going anywhere. He's come out and said that multiple damn times. Okay, his last fight with who? David Morrell. That was on a PBC fucking card. Like, y'all gotta stop, man. Y'all gotta stop listening to this Caucasian Professor Clump. It's no good for y'all. I promise you, yo. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all what it really is. Rich Glaser, for whatever reason, right? And we're going to get on to live number, what are we on, 3, 4, 17? I don't fucking know. The argument that is outside of Tank Davis and PBC not having no real stars, and, you know, it's convenient way to frame PBC as fragile, a one-man show, which is why he repeatedly spreads lies about this false fucking retirement. If you can convince people the main attraction is gone, the whole thing will fall apart. See, that is his angle. That is what he is trying to do. But let's be perfectly clear, as I said, Gervonta Tank Davis is a fucking superstar. He is a certified pay-per-view draw, okay? Like it or not. This is why all your favorites want to fight him. It ain't because they think they could beat him. They want that money. They want that attention. He is one of the most electrifying fighters on the fucking planet. His fights are not just boxing matches. They are events. Y'all going to get an outfit, honey. Y'all taking y'all baddest bitch with y'all, and y'all getting whatever seat y'all can afford in y'all finest fucking clothes to go see Gervonta Tank Davis. Bet up. But to suggest he's the only star they have, come on, yo. That's plain ridiculous, and it's disrespectful. Like I just said, David Benavidez, the Mexican monster, a fighter who has built his massive fan base, his loyal fan base, under who? PBC. Come on, yo. Him and Morrell, that was a fucking banger. Where did it take place? Prime. Stop playing with me. And we had before Earl, you know, his situation. Earl was over there. He was a household name. He fought for who? PBC. Like, come on, yo. This has got to stop. They continue to have a stable of champions and contenders. Come on. This is just ridiculous. So, okay. Boom. Let's go through this, right? So now they broke. They fighters is leaving, Tank retiring, a lack of stars. None of that shit holds up, right? Let's ask the real fucking question. Because like I said, a motherfucker always kicking my back in. I ain't listening to what they say. I'm looking at you like, what's your motivation? What is your motive to say these things, right? You ain't no damn good Samaritan. Let's stop, okay? Let's find out what you really talking about, Rick. Fat boy. Okay? So why does he keep pushing these fucking narratives? Well, let's see. When you go deep, right? Deep, as far as I could go, I first assumed that, you know, I don't know, before when I first started hearing all these stories about Rich Glaser, I thought maybe Al might have boinged his wife, if we being honest. I was like, this motherfucker, he big mad. He mad about something, right? But so I started like research, like what is going on with him? And, you know, PBC, they fired him, but they say, you know, there's no record of him being fired. Sure. Wink, 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 right? The hostility seems to originate from a business dispute, right? Now, obviously, the PBC was founded by Al Heyman, right? Back in like, what was it, 2002, I think? The pasty fat man himself. Now, he said this himself. He said this story himself. He clashed with Al Heyman over sanctioning fees, right? For oh God, what was Vernon Forrest, right? Now he claimed that Al Heyman was a control freak who didn't understand the business. Now this he took. Now this is decades old, y'all. I told y'all back in 2002. This decade-old conflict. This is what this fat bastard is still mad about to this day. You can't make this shit up. Talk about petty. You talk about petty. He has been described by some people as a merchant of misinformation, right? That's what I've been reading, a merchant of misinformation. And his past involvements in illegal activities, because he used to be a used car salesman, figures, right? Is what raised a lot of questions about his credibility for me. Like I said, when you go back, because you got to go deep, honey. I don't know what he must be hiding from the IRS child, because all his shit is like cryptic. You got to go piece together interviews that he did and all kind of stuff. But this isn't about him being an insider, right? It's about him being an outsider, okay? With hate in his fucking heart. Talk about being a hater. All through his social media feeds is nothing but negativity aimed at Al Heyman and PBC. Obviously, this man has a personal fucking vendetta. Y'all have to keep that in mind when y'all listening to this motherfucker, yo. So let's recap, right? PBC going broke, check, which makes no fucking sense. They're partnered with $1 trillion fucking company. The fighters leaving. Headlines, of course, fake news, the Tank is retiring. This all crumbles, right? The idea that PBC has no stars besides Tank is an insult again to David Morrell and other champions over there at the PBC. This fucking narrative that he pushes seems to be driven by nothing but jealousy. No facts. There's no fucking facts he ever gives to support his story other than inside information. It's nothing but a personal grudge that he has had over fucking decades. Not the reality of the PBC's business or business model. They have their challenges like every other fucking promotional company. I'm still to hear anything about Top Rank going homeless. I'm still yet to hear anything about it. It's boxing, bruh. Every company has challenges. But this version of PBC's challenges being fed to us by the Caucasian Professor Clump is ridiculous. It's nothing but smoke and mirrors, y'all. But listen, y'all do what y'all want. Y'all want to continue to listen to this fat bastard. That is on y'all, and that is y'all business, honey. All I could do is give y'all the goddamn facts. Okay? The fact of the matter is this pasty fat motherfucker don't have not one bit of facts to support anything that he says regarding the PBC. Now, moving the fuck on. Somebody getting sued, child. I saw this. Congratulations. Bud Crawford has apparently enrolled himself, honey, into the little VADA situation that he got going on. And I just thought that this was just the most interesting thing in the world to she, simply because I don't give a damn what piece of paper you produce to me when you taking pictures with this motherfucker right here. I don't give a damn where you get that piece of paper from. Okay? And I don't give a damn what it say. Yup, I said it. I don't give a damn what your little funky piece of paper say when you standing next to this man. And y'all see the other two goofies with him in the picture, right? Yeah. But apparently he is upset that people are accusing him of juicing, honey. And he said that he will be sending out lawsuits, child, for I guess slander or whatever the hell he got going on people saying that he's juicing with no proof and all these other kind of foolish things. So he will be suing those of y'all who are saying that he's juicing. Y'all see how I took myself out of that real quick? I said those of y'all. But anyway, I saw this. And I can't wait to open up this panel because I want to know what y'all think. Y'all think that with all this weight on him, he looked fast? He looked kind of slow to me. I mean, he does look sharp. I will say that. Bud definitely, he do look sharp. But I don't know how all of this weight is going to work on him. Now, it doesn't look like how it used to. Y'all remember when he looked like Professor Clump in the side-by-side that he had where he first put on all this extra weight? So I'm assuming that he's been shaping it up, with his nutritionist and scientist, because that's what Bomac said. So I'm not really sure what they gave him or how this is going to fare. And I guess we will see September 13th how all this weight looks on him. But I do want to know what y'all think. Do y'all think he looks slow? Or what do you, I mean, obviously he ain't moving all extra. I don't know. I'm curious to know what y'all think. About how this weight looks on him. It don't look bad. I originally was like, man, I don't know what he gonna do with those. I still don't think he could beat Canelo. Let me just make sure I state that. But the weight don't look as bad as I thought it would look on him. I guess because I've never seen him like really extra bulky. It was like took me by surprise. But it doesn't look bad. I will admit that. It don't look bad on him. It kind of looks almost like it fits him. It kind of, evened out across his body, if you want to say. You say he never really been a speed guy. Yeah, I'm not saying like he all extra fast whole game. I'm just saying like I don't really know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Lee said he looks slow as shit. I don't know. He looks slow as shit. He just doesn't. I don't know. I guess I expected it to be a little faster, but I guess he's just working on technique right now, and it's really nothing extra to, you know what I'm saying? Go all extra crazy with. I just thought this was interesting. And y'all don't forget what I said. Y'all. He said he's suing you niggas. So I just hope y'all. Check your mailbox, I guess, for a lawsuit, a summons, I suppose. I don't know. But to me, he don't really look extra fast, so I don't really know. But this is my last and final topic, and then I'm going to open up the panel because I want to talk to y'all. I haven't talked to y'all in a minute. I want to say this, right? And I usually mind my own business, and y'all know I'm a Tank fan, and as y'all can see, I try purposely not to talk about Tank because I feel like there's a lot of other boxers and there's a lot of other things going on in the world of boxing. And the young man is not in the ring right now, so there's really not much to talk about. You know what I'm saying? But then when you see people just smearing his name and saying things about him that are just hateful and ridiculous, like he needs to be stripped and he's retiring. Let's be very, very fucking clear, right? And I don't know how many of y'all math is y'all strong point or whatever the case may be. The man fought March 1st. It is July 31st, bruh. How many of these elite boxers fight only once or twice a fucking year max? How many of them? Niggas ain't really out here getting to that smoke like that. They're literally fighting once or twice a fucking year. So calling for this young man to be stripped after he just fought, 3-4 months ago is pure hate. Nothing more, nothing less but fucking hate. Concerning yourself with his personal business and his charges when they're not your fucking business. The only thing we need to concern ourselves with is when and if Gervonta will be getting back in that ring. We don't need to be worrying about the charges that he's facing because there is another boxer that is also under DVRO charges that literally punched their pregnant baby mother in the stomach while she was pregnant. I heard not a fucking word. So I don't want to hear a fucking word about Gervonta. You cannot criticize one without criticizing the other, without showing your biases. And if you're okay with showing your biases, be okay with me pointing them out. The young man is going through real life shit right now. Training or not training, don't know. But I am sure that his main focus is getting these charges or supposed charges off his fucking back, because the man cannot fight if the man is not free. So let's just keep that in mind when we're running around here worrying about somebody being stripped, worrying about somebody damn retiring. The man fought 4 fucking months ago. Get off his penis. It is amazing to me that he has, 3, 4 kids with the amount of men riding his meat. The shit amazes me. Let the situation play out how it's supposed to. And then if you want to jump on his back and criticize him for whatever the hell you think you can criticize him for, then have at it. But at least let the man get the fucking system off his back. As black men who possibly may or may not have been in the system, y'all know how stressful that shit can be. Cut the young man some slack. God damn. That's it. Give him a fucking minute to figure out what he needs to figure out in his personal life, and then we can have roach problems. I'm fine with that. I don't know why nobody else isn't. The narratives that this young man, he told y'all he wasn't worrying about chasing these belts and all of this other shit pains. I don't know how many of y'all watched the video I made about the sanctioning fees and the promoters and all these people in your pockets before you even get your monies. But he's trying to keep as many people out of his pocket as possible. I think that's smart. What about y'all? And I'll tell you what, some of y'all favorite fighters, y'all better be lucky he not looking for them fucking belts, or you coming up off him. Please believe me. He's here to make his money, which is why a lot of y'all favorite fighters are chasing him to this day. Because why? Tank give you the biggest fucking bag. He ain't got no belts that y'all want, right? This is what y'all be saying, right? He ain't got no belts. Tank been at the division. He ain't never unified. So why y'all niggas want to fight him? Tell me why. He ain't worried about belts. Y'all supposed favorite fighters is unified champions. They the hottest thing since fish grease. What the fuck you worried about Javante for then? Because with all them fucking belts, you still ain't got his money. You still not getting his money until you fight him. Stop the madness. Stop it, yo. The hate is getting ridiculous from a bunch of grown ass adults. I just don't understand it. But you're more than welcome to come and explain it to me. I mean, I just don't get it. But again, I'm open to all suggestions. I'm open to any answers to any of my questions that some of you may have or think that you may have any goddamn way. But give the young man a minute to figure out his own personal shit before y'all hop on his meat, talking about he need to rematch this one, rematch that one. It's a couple of y'all favorite fighters that had questionable fights that ain't rematched a damn soul. Kept it straight fucking moving. Like the shit never even happened. So give him a minute to get his shit together, and then we'll see what he's talking about. Because I don't put fighters in the witness protection program. If he moving through Glazier, when he get this shit off his back, I'm going to roast his ass. Please believe me. Because I am tired of seeing Roach online about like he about to start panhandling. If he don't get back in here and fight Tank again, all these boxers crying, talking about Tank avoiding them. All you goofy ass fans acting like Tank really scared of some of these niggas. Man, I cannot wait until he get his shit figured out and he get in the ring with some of these niggas. But, and FYI, if Javante is not fighting nobody, he ain't fighting none of the elite fighters, then who the fuck are your favorite fighters fighting? Because if they ain't fighting him and he ain't fighting them, don't that mean they ain't fighting no fucking body? Just a question. But you know, hey, what do I know? You know, I just got eyes and pay attention and got the common sense the Lord gave me. But, you know, I'm a woman. What the hell do I know, right? But I tell you what, it's a lot of shit going on that people may or may not be aware of. It's a lot of shit going on that some of you choose to look the other way about simply because it doesn't fit your narrative. simply because it's not what you want to hear or what you want to believe. It's ridiculous. Hello.
How you doing, Queen? How my audio coming through?
Oh, you coming through good. What's up? Let me get this. Let me take this out.
What's good, man? Salute to everybody in the chat. This B3 Picks.
I'm
Uh,
about to say, what's this name? Not
oh yeah,
the.
this is
Oh, not
B3.
another box. I'm used to seeing B3. What's up, B3?
Not much, man. I just heard you cook. I just came in. I'm glad I was able to catch one of your lives live. For whatever reason, YouTube is the worst on notifications.
Yeah, they be hating
Um,
trying to keep a good sister down. That's all.
and YouTube is awful. But I appreciate your panel. I mean, always, and salute to you. I really want to come on and just chop it up with you real fast. And
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Well, what's
Tank.
up? What
Of course,
subject do you want to chop it up
Of
for?
course, Tank is my guy, and he's the biggest talking point in the sport of boxing. I think a lot of the times with Tank, it's just a lot of controversy. They said the belts didn't matter, right? So if they don't matter, then to Tank, and Tank is above the belts, he might as well drop it and let Floyd Schofield fight for it. As we can see, Tank is looking for big money fights. I don't think, and respectfully, defending his WBA championship and now in the unification with Shakur, I think that would be a big money fight. But outside of that, I mean, he's getting offers elsewhere. For what do you call them? Fantasy fights,
Exhibitions.
yeah, exhibition fights. So when you putting that type of brother in front of him, and he made X amount with Ryan, you can't really fault him for not wanting to accept a low guarantee, especially when he see his peers, these guys that really haven't generated the revenue he has, they getting 10 and $11 million paydays, uh, and he's not getting them same guarantees. He's going to definitely look elsewhere.
Um, I'm not really sure about that because I know that the PBC business model is a smaller upfront guarantee so that you don't have to pay a lot of, because obviously they have trainers, they have promoters, they have all these people in their pocket. So they pay them out of that. And then Tank gets back end. So I'm really not sure that, he's really concerned what his contemporaries are making because if I'm not mistaken, they're all still calling his name because he's still getting paid the most, without fighting them. So I'm not really sure that that is really true. Although I will be honest, from my perspective, what I would like to see, I don't want to see him leave the sport without fighting at least Shakur. The rest of these niggas, I don't really give a good goddamn. Devin, B Norman gonna do him in November. I just gotta patiently wait. But at least Shakur. Teofimo has already been proven to be nothing more than a clout chaser. So I'm not really concerned anymore with him. He's already fought Ryan. But I would absolutely love to see him fight Shakur before he left the sport.
I
That
think
is
that's
something
mandatory. We
I
didn't
am
get the Loma
interested in.
fight. We didn't get the Devin fight. Tio, I don't really care for that fight. I think the Shakur fight that's mandatory. But as Tank said at the press conference, he said he did extend his career with the draw. So he
Yeah.
understands that he definitely has more fights to give the fans. So I mean, I'm looking forward to it. But like you're saying, he definitely need to come back when his mind is right. I don't think we need to force him back into the ring by no means. Like you're saying, these guys, they need some level of grace from the people, but they need help, because like at the end of the day, we all done been in stressful situations with our girls and our significant others. We've been in tussles and things like that. Sometimes, thinking about not separating from, like, young people don't know. Sometimes you need space from a person more so than trying to fight through staying together every single day. Sometimes you need to take a few days away, you know. But
Um, yeah, I don't really speak on people's personal shit because, like I said, I know that relationships are complicated. But I did say before, and it bears repeating, choosing your life partner is literally one of the most, if not the most important decisions you will ever make in your life because it has the opportunity to make your life harder or easier. You know what I'm saying? So I just, for men and women, the same thing. And it's not just for men, it's for men and women, yo. Everything that look good to you ain't always good for you. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
So
fact.
everyone just needs to really, take their time, yo, because these kind of decisions ain't no going back from them once you have a child with a person and once, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people, me personally, I don't believe in divorce, which is probably why I've never been married, but because I feel like that's something that you just don't go back from. It's like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? You can't play around with people's lives and you can't play around with people's freedoms. So again, choosing your life partner wisely is a very, very strong and important decision. And I know a lot of the narrative is it's black women, it's all fucking women. I've seen white women call the cops on black men simply for being near them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody does it. I'm not sure what is happening now these days where it's cool to get people locked up and all other kind of foolishness. But I'm just gonna keep him in my prayers and mind my business. You know what I'm saying? Like most people should be doing.
Nah, 100%. And I appreciate you breaking the news to me. I didn't know Devin had punched his baby mother in the gut. That's very unfortunate to hear something like that. These guys, man, they need prayer, and a lot of times they need direction on who they surrounding themselves with, because a lot of these women are leeches, and they definitely are looking for that green more so than really loving the individual, loving these guys, these ball players and whatnot, and these boxers. So they definitely need to be making better decisions with their choice of a partner.
Yeah, no, and that's absolutely true. I just saw something the other day while I was looking through my ex. Some what was it, a football player or a basketball player left this girl stranded in Turks and Caicos or something because she didn't want to sleep with him. And these I don't know what's happening these days.
DeAndre Ayton, yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I don't know what's happening these days. People are just I don't know. People are just crazy, I guess. I don't know what's happening. But yeah, I just, everybody just need to really pay attention, yo. I don't know. It's been this way since the beginning of time, I guess. Men lead with their wallets, women lead with hey, I don't know. I just don't know. Some of us are still out here, I guess, using what we got to get what we want. I don't know. But I was taught that what's in my head will take me further than what's in between my legs ever will. So that's just how I live my life. What's up, Rich?
100%.
Rich? What's up, Rich?
I came in too late, but I just want to set the record straight. I feel like the reason why people, I don't know. I think the reason why people even bring, I don't even really get into all this stuff with the who hit who did this, but the
Mm-hmm,
thing with
mm-hmm.
the thing with Devin Haney situation is that this is the first time you ever hearing something like this about Devin Haney. Second, it wasn't never a charge. Third, it was never on video that he ever did something to a woman. You get what I'm saying? And fourth, that shit's still going on, and the person even filed charges. Basically, I feel like when a person don't press charges, this how I look at it. When a person don't press charges, then and there, or call the police then and there, and got police reports then and there, that shit ain't happening. 9 times out of 10, that shit. I say 8 times out of 10, that shit ain't happening. Second, as far as Tank, man, I I don't I can't you know what I'm saying? I can't sit there and say he did or if he did. I like boxing, you know what I'm saying? I don't like getting into like,
Mm-hmm,
you know what I'm saying? To
mm-hmm.
all that other shit, you know what I'm saying? Because that's his baby mother. Maybe that's how they get down, you know what I'm saying? So maybe she liked that type of shit. Maybe he liked that type of shit. I don't know. She still go back to him after I guess the first time or whatever they got him on probation or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't get into it. If I feel like the world been like that, man, it'd be much better. You know what I'm saying? Because
And
that's them.
I hear you, you know what I'm saying? But it's also important to know that she recanted her first story the first
That's
time
what
that
I'm.
he got arrested, which is why he was released. So that's important to know, which nobody ever mentions when they bring this shit up, right?
Yeah,
And
but
regardless of if it's Devin's first time, second time, third time, fourth time, he did the shit. Or maybe he didn't do the shit. Just like Javante may have did the shit, maybe
nah, but
he didn't do the shit.
that's what I'm trying to say is that with the Devin situation, that's if if you go out there right now and smack the shit out of somebody on the street or whatever the case may be, and they don't do nothing then and there, then they only press they don't even press charges. They just sit back and want custody of their kids and make up reasons why they want custody for their kids. You can see that that's a lie and that's like a money grab. I'm sorry, that's how I look at certain women. You know what I'm saying? Especially the women that them niggas attracted to. You know what I'm saying? You could tell.
Yeah, no, and I definitely agree with you. But
you could tell it's a money grab. Second, the thing about Gervonta Davis, he did jail time for doing that shit. Regardless she recant her statement or not, he ain't go back for appeal. He ain't go back for no reconsideration in Maryland or none of that stuff. To get that charge is like something different. You know what I'm saying? Off her statement. So as far as in the law under his name on Maryland case search or whatever the case may be, that's what it is. You get what I'm trying to say? That he put his hands on that girl. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, that's just probably how they get down. Or if they don't get down like that, if he like listening to her loud, something like that, he like being around, I just don't like really getting into that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
and that's what I'm with you, Richard, 100%.
Like,
I said the same thing. I think that people need to mind their damn business when it comes to that and give the young man time to work this out. I was just making the comparison of how people were so quick to put out his story, but the Devin situation, nobody pretty much spoke on. And that was annoying to me because I saw
never mind. Well, I apologize. I just seen in the chat that they said he got charged for his.
Yeah, he went for the hit and run. It wasn't the girl.
Then I'm riding with him all the way, man, and he's innocent.
I don't know whether he's innocent or not. I just think that in this particular situation, we need to give him a minute to figure out the situation. We shouldn't speak on his, just like, you know, people weren't speaking on Devins. We shouldn't be speaking on Tanks. That's all. Keep it fair. That's it.
Somebody said if you don't know what it feels
I
like.
see the only. Can I say this real quick?
Yeah.
The only.
No. Let him go.
Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say real quick, the only time it really comes into play, I think with the Devin situation, and I think a lot of people, they do treat Devin like they're a younger brother, so, you know, they really don't, you know how it is with Devin. You know how a lot of people are treating Devin. But another thing you got to consider is it's not affecting a fight for Devin. With Tank is literally, he's not even fighting for this year. So I think that's why it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether or not why it's a big deal, the fact of the matter is they both have similar situations going on. So regardless of if it's affecting a fight or if he hit this bitch 8 times and this one only hit her 6 times, the bottom line is they're both in similar situations and nobody basically hold on. And nobody basically spoke on Devin's situation. That was my whole point. Just keep it even down the middle. If you're not going to speak on one, don't speak on the other. Or if you're going to speak on one and don't speak on the other, just be prepared for me to call you out. That's all.
Hey, Jab, I look at it differently from, I don't know, maybe because I'm a man, or I don't know, or maybe because I know about the law. I look at it differently if, let's just say, not trying to like bring this like up or like trying to say it on your pocket, but let's just say someone you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say the word, but or whatever, they did something them, you know what I'm saying, RAP, something like that, right? And then 2 or 3 years later or whatever, let's just say that they claim that person did that 2 or 3 years later, and they only looking for some money. Or let's just say a couple months later, they only looking for some money. And then you got real women that when that shit happened, the next day or then and there, an hour later, they call the cops. You get what I'm saying? So like, and they want to press charges. They want this guy to go down for life. I will believe a person that called the cops then and there. You know what I'm saying? Or even if it's down the line, they call the cops then and there. You know what I'm saying? And press charges and not looking for no money grab than a person that's looking for a money grab for something. So that's why I feel like it's not really the same thing with the Devin and Gervonta Davis shit. Because this girl, she trying to get him locked up. You know what I'm saying? She ain't saying she want custody of this. She ain't saying that she want millions of dollars. She ain't saying none of that stuff. She's really trying to get him locked up. Whether she mad that he fucking with another girl, I don't know what the case, or he really put his hands on her. You know what I'm saying? Devin's situation different. This girl wants some money, and she not even trying to get him locked up. And
Hold up. Rich.
Wait.
She wants money for the child that they have together, and there you go again, trying to split hairs and make a difference of comparison. The girl actually has been going to court trying to get this DVRO since last year. Did you know that?
This is what I'm trying to say. If a guy hits you in your stomach while you're pregnant, first of all, that's an attempt murder. That's attempt murder on the kid, on the baby that's in your stomach. When you really think about it. Because if he would have killed that baby in that stomach, then that would have been a murder charge. I know somebody that's locked up for shooting none, man. But that's a different story. That's attempt murder. Second, like it's the difference between you calling the cops on someone. Like I keep saying, when that happened, why all of a sudden it's a big problem now when, you know what I'm saying, when they not together and when she bringing up stuff from a year ago and then she not even pressing charges. All she doing is looking for, it seems like she's looking for a money grab. That's what it seems like she's looking for. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that's the same thing. I think that's why nobody not really on it. And his face not on the news for no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they, you know what I'm saying? That's just a
And respectfully, Devin is the money grab. I mean, he
yeah.
he was a walking lick. She could see it from a mile away, respectfully. And I love the young brother, but she definitely eyed him. She seen all them diamonds. We know what time it is.
Well, I mean, then he should have been raised smarter than that. His father's a supposed pimp, right? But anyway, let's move away from this whole conversation. JB, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, Jazz Queen?
How you
What's
doing?
up, family? I'm doing good. How about yourself?
What's up?
What's going on, Rich?
What's going on?
I'm
Yes.
good. What you got on it? Did you see that video I played? The Crawford moving slow, child.
Is that old Crawford? Yeah, I seen a little picture he had. Yeah, picture. It was a Victor Conte in that picture.
Yes, that was him and Victor Conte. So so let's see. He said he's suing everybody. After he produced his VADA results. He said he's suing niggas that's running around here talking about he juicing. And I personally said, you can't tell me nothing when you want a picture with a nigga like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I played this because I wanted to see what people thought. Do y'all think he moving fast or slow, or what y'all thinking?
I think he more like that's kind of almost like shadow boxing. What he doing? He just kind of going in the rhythm. He not, that's not how he gonna be moving on September 13th. He looking good though. He let you know he gonna be in the pocket. He's not gonna be doing all that moving, running around like Charlo did once he tasted Canelo's power. I think he's gonna be more in the mid range. I think he's gonna fight. He's gonna try to turn, give him different angles, give him different looks, feints and stuff like that, and try to use his skill set against Canelo. I want to know why the undercard ain't got announced yet. This is crazy. They ain't had one fight announced. They was talking about the battle of the big babies. That hasn't been announced. They was talking about Mercado versus M. Billy. That ain't been announced. So I don't understand what's the hold up on the undercard. You think?
Well, from my understanding is they did what tryouts. I told you they was doing the undercard tryouts, like how they do America's Got Talent. Child Turkey was holding undercard tryouts. I from my understanding, I thought he selected a couple fighters from Upton, and he was gonna do it like it's gonna be like an event, like an over the weekend event with like mad undercard fighters, and then the main event on Saturday with Crawford and Canelo. So I'm assuming he's still building the undercard. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, like you say, Jack Queen, he gonna have fights going on from Thursday through Saturday. But when they get to the main event card, like that card there, you think they're gonna have some big names up there. The fights on Thursday and Friday probably have a lot of prospect level fighters fighting on that card. But when you get to like the main card, not the preliminary card, but the main card, they have been mentioning Big Baby and Big Baby Anderson, and they mentioning Mercado and Billy. But so far they ain't got nothing announced. So I don't know if they can't get it finalized, and maybe one fighter's want more than another fighter. They can't get a agreement on the money or what. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of funny to me because the November 22nd card is pretty much he got that card already pretty much finalized.
That shit done.
Yeah, it's 2 months later. You got a card that was 2 months earlier. Ain't even got one, co-main on the card yet announced. So it's kind of
he had to go all out. He had to go all out for Ride this season. That
For
shit.
re-up
Oh yeah,
season.
We
This
got
is
we
a
we
gonna
got
look
that
re-up
out for
shit
season
Saudi
going.
Arabia.
for
What's
us
in Saudi
too.
Arabia? He gonna lock that in for his home
Now I'm
country.
talking
But he
about
can
I'm
Las
talking about
Vegas.
going I'm talking about going out
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia.
Oh, you know what, Rich? I didn't even think about that. You right. Yeah, he putting on for his city.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you know
Yep,
what's
that's what
funny
I think he
about
is. You
that
see,
shit
he locked
though?
that in. He got like 4 fights.
You know what's funny about that shit? I agree with Ryan Garcia just put out what Ryan Garcia, even though I feel like that's an excuse, but it's still I agree with what he put out. I agree with Shakur said. Like some people don't like performing like that in front of the crowd, in front of crowds like that. That shit don't move them. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia just brought it. He said, I'm gonna fight Rolly again. And it's not gonna be in front of no crowd like that. But it's funny because Shakur said the same thing. Like some people just don't be moving. Them Riyadh season, you got like 30, 40 fucking Indians looking at you, and they like
Because it's like a spectacle to them. It's not really an event like us. Like, and that's what people say, oh, it don't matter if the card takes place in America or Saudi, who cares? They care. Yo, our fighters care. They want their fans there cheering for them. They want to hear us ooh and ah with every punch. They don't want to just be sitting there. You could hear a pin drop at a boxing match. That shit is weird as hell, bro.
But you know,
Yeah,
but it might be different this time because it might be probably better. You never know. Because I know when on Shakur in the fight, they was booing Shakur, wasn't they?
Yep, sure was,
he
child.
gonna
Yeah.
fought Josh Padley.
Yeah.
Boo the
Yeah,
shit
yeah, they
out
was
of
boom.
him.
But
Yes,
that
they did.
atmosphere again, the atmosphere, you're right though. The atmosphere don't be electric up there in Saudi Arabia. It'd be a dead atmosphere, you know. It's almost like a
It
sparring
ain't gonna be
session.
like
Hopefully
how it
it'll
ain't
be a
gonna
little
be
bit better
like
for
how it's
November
gonna be out
22nd.
here. It ain't gonna be like
Huh?
how it's gonna be out. It ain't gonna be
Nah,
like
What you say,
that.
Rich?
No, I said it ain't gonna be like how it's gonna be out here. It's probably gonna be a little bit lit, but it ain't gonna be to the point where like, you know
It
what
ain't
I'm
gonna be
saying?
lit at all because they're not allowed to make no noise and stuff over there, is they? I thought they wasn't allowed to do all of that.
Yeah, that shit probably ain't gonna be,
I don't,
man.
you know, like I said, they just be sitting in their seat watching. I don't see nobody, Turkey will stand up
Yeah,
or something like that. But
it's
outside,
nothing,
most people ain't standing up.
it's not lit. Like
Shit
they
ain't
don't
gonna
do nothing.
motivate.
They just sit there and watch.
You know, some people like to get motivated. And I got like some people like to get hype off that crowd shit.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yep.
shit.
That's true.
Remember
That's true.
Keith Thurman? He said the reason why he didn't want to fight during COVID, man. He said he didn't want to perform in front of no crowd, man. He was something, something about the crowd, get him going, get him juiced up and everything, make him perform better. So a lot of fighters like that.
I think
Yeah. It's true. It's basically because they, like I said, they're fans. They want to see their fans cheering for them. They want to see, what I'm saying, who's there to support them.
Yep.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And like you said, they just sitting there. They don't do their best combination, and everybody just sitting there looking at them like, and what else? You know what I'm saying? It's like, they ain't getting hyped off of that.
that don't even excite a nigga. Like you done hit a nigga
They
2
don't
or
know what
3
they
times.
looking at.
You know hit a nigga 2 or 3 times and the crowd don't get hyped, and then that's what makes a nigga
Okay,
think he's
B3.
doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too Rich, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, man? Chad, what's going on, Pamela? Hey,
Yeah, how's it going?
as far as the crowd thing, man, I ain't got no sympathy for it. You want to make more money than you would make in America, then you got to deal with the circumstances. If you look at Josh Kelly, right? Eddie Hearn just offered him less than half of what he made in his last fight. That's a true American fight with a promoter putting it on. So I'm pretty sure Josh Kelly rather go to the RIDE season and make triple the amount that he would normally make. So, I don't really feel sorry for them. They want the money. You got to do it. You do the job where you got to do it.
Hey,
Yeah, I heard.
where Josh Kelly for that though? His last fight.
Well, I'm just saying, he would get more in Ryder season.
I don't think he fought in Saudi Arabia's last fight.
No, what I'm saying is he would get more if he was fighting in Saudi Arabia. I'm pretty
Oh
sure he'll take the bigger
Of
check.
course, we
Yeah.
not denying that. All we saying is you see when a nigga, let's just say a nigga, let's just say you go back to Floyd fight when Canelo was throwing all them punches at Floyd and not land once, but the crowd was going crazy, making them do it again. You get what I'm saying? That's what makes someone like want to fight. If a crowd not gonna do that, then you really ain't gonna get the best out of that fighter. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you not. I feel like
I agree. I think
definitely gonna get the
rapport.
best. You definitely gonna get a good fight. Don't get it fucked up. But you're not gonna get the best if even if a nigga throw a punch and he not landing at all, but the crowd motivating him to throw more punches. And he doing whatever you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? Especially, you know, I ain't gonna say, you know, some of them Mexicans fight, they might be missing everything. But it might,
But they whole team, was like screaming
but they
for them,
crowd behind them making it look like they landing, and they know they ain't landing, but they like, fuck it, I want to hear them keep going. You know what I'm saying? So that's all we saying, man. I ain't saying that it's wrong getting that money. It's never wrong getting the money.
Hey, it was some good fights during COVID. Now, y'all remember it was some great fights during COVID, and there wasn't no crowd.
Yeah, it was good for TV, but you know, I know, like I said, Thurman, he didn't even fight because he didn't want to fight in front of no fans. But it was some good fights. We had Loma versus Teo. There's some good fights.
Yeah,
I think
it was a
Crawford
good
fought
fight.
about 12 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Speaking
there was
of
some good
that,
fights.
y'all, I don't know how many of y'all was here in the beginning.
That fight might have been way different if they would have started booing Loma in the first couple rounds.
Rich, you just got here? You just got here?
Huh? Who, me?
No, I'm talking to Rich. Rich, you just got here?
Yeah. Or which one?
Oh, you just got here?
What you mean you got here? Where?
On to the show. You just clicked on the show because earlier I went over that sparring thing with Shakur and Teo. And
Yeah. I just got it. Yeah, I just got it.
So you saw this the goofy the Clout-Chase, right?
Yeah, that Teo put that
It
out.
wasn't too much action. There was a lot of posing going on.
It wasn't a damn thing going on, and that's what I said. Teofimo has just become, I don't know what the hell he has become. I don't know what weight class Shakur, once his hands get settled, what he gonna be doing, because he wants Andy Cruz and Tank at 135. He wants Teo at 140. He wants Conor Ben at 147. What do the boy want to do?
Nah, he just throwing them all out there so they all know that he on their radar. That's all. He just throwing them out there. That's what he want. Shakur,
yeah, he out till the end of the year anyway. It's not like he got, he can get a fight.
Yeah. Shakur just throwing them all out there. I don't think the Conor Ben fight happening, but I think the Teo is close to happening. But I don't even know. I've been looking at
Teo has said that, you know, he wants a king's ransom. What did he say? If you want to fight me, you gotta pay or some shit. He said some foolishness. What's up, Mr. Greg?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
All right. I see y'all talking about how it's gonna be looking like watching golf, watching these.
Yeah, man. yeah, man.
Yeah.
Man. How you hold on, Mr. Greg. What you think of your boy? How you think he looking?
He looking a little heavy.
Hey, Greg, you ain't gotta try to like bend your knee.
Yeah. Let him finish. Go ahead, Mr. Greg.
He looking a little. I wonder when they filmed this. Be looking like
this was yesterday. I took this off his Instagram a couple of days ago. Was it yesterday? I had another one too. A picture of him that I had was from yesterday. I think this was what he posted on his IG.
I want to see how streamlined he looks around August. He looks like
it's August, Mr. Greg. Tomorrow's August 1st. Come on, stop giving excuses.
Okay, I'm saying around the end of August. I want to see how streamlined. But right now, looking at him as we are, he looks a little heavy.
Right, he don't look as fast to me. I didn't think so either. I gotta be honest. That weight don't look how he originally put it on. Remember when he was standing there looking like Mr. Clump with his hair out, looking just rough, child, like he got out of prison, and that gut. So he definitely cleaned it up from there. But to me, I don't know.
That's my man, but he looking a little. I'll wait and see, because I like that he put it on first and then they gonna work it off. That's what I'm looking.
Well, you know he has a scientist, child. You heard him when he said he got a scientist. Brian said he looks slow as shit.
Well, I ain't worried about that right now. I'm trying to just see how he's moving.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Like Canelo, some fast guy, man. Y'all act like Canelo
load up on shots. Canelo ain't throwing. Canelo load up on his shots. He don't throw combination like he did when he was younger. He loads up on shots, throwing a lot of wide hooks and stuff like that. So
yeah,
I think
Crawford ain't got to be fast for Canelo.
Yeah, I want to look at how he's moving. I want to see probably by the end of the month how much those shoulders are a little more fluid, because right now they look heavy.
Yeah, and it's
The
gonna be interesting
muscle,
to see
huh?
what he come in at on the weigh-in. You know how much he
He
gonna
said
come
he's
in. He
planning
gonna come
on
in.
coming in. He said he's planning on coming in fighting at around 180.
But what on how much he gonna weigh in like the day before the fight on
Hey,
weigh in? We gonna come in at
Oh,
one. I
I
wouldn't
don't
come
know.
in and
I
try
just
to
know
make
I read
hey,
168.
when I was
hey,
reading, he said he's gonna come in around 180. That's what he said.
hey,
Yeah, on fight night, I guess.
Bernie the box. Hey, Bernie the boxer say they coming in at 161. They're gonna weigh in at 161.
That's smart.
Oh,
That's
is it
smart. Come in
Nuke?
at 161. Yeah, don't. Yeah,
Okay.
that's smart there.
Nuke said he always shadow box. Oh, okay, well then I guess we ain't got no problem.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
I'm about to,
see no speed yet. I just want to see movement.
and it's almost
Okay.
it's like he's like he's shadow boxing. He's not really,
Yeah.
we let's see him in sparring. We see some live sparring, then we see how he look. He looking like slow like this, then we might have
You
something to
know
talk
what?
about. But
Hold
right
on,
now, I
because
think he's doing a little. It's more like a glorified shadow boxing. What he's doing right now.
yeah,
I think he's trying to knock Canelo out. I don't think he worried about it. He's trying to knock Canelo out. He
y'all
need
think
weight.
that's a possibility?
Well, I hope that becomes a
Somebody who's
reality.
never been knocked out, y'all think that's a possibility?
Sure. Anybody can be
Yeah.
knocked out.
Okay.
Crawford ain't never been knocked out. You think that's a possibility?
I mean, if
And,
he ain't never been knocked out, all of it's a possibility. I'm just asking y'all because I love talking to Bud's fans because y'all just think he gonna get there and do something nobody else ain't never done, which it could happen. He just might be the baddest man in the land, and I might be sleeping on him. I
But
just don't think so.
But that's what you should be looking for them to do something he's never done before. All fighters, you should be looking
This
for them
is
to do
true.
something they haven't done before.
This is true.
The problem is he's going to be over there, and he's not going to be able to. Neither one of them really going to be able to feed off the energy from the crowd itself.
Right.
What y'all was just talking about, because see, that's a great motivator for, particularly for fighters, because that's why they're doing it. They
Yeah.
want that. They want y'all to applaud what they're doing. They want us to love what we're doing, because that gets them going. I think somebody was saying that. And yeah, you see
Yeah, that's what we were talking about, Rich, right? That's what Rich was saying.
yeah,
And that's
But
what I agree
they
too.
fighting in
Hold
Las
on,
Crawford gonna
Vegas.
be
I
in
got
America
enough.
though. Canelo gonna be in America.
Yeah, it's gonna be in Las Vegas at the Oakland Raiders Stadium. I mean,
Oh,
Las Vegas Raiders new stadium.
that's right.
It's gonna be a stadium fight. They
That's
still have
right.
an electric atmosphere for that fight.
Oh, that's right. I don't know why I'm thinking it's going to be over in Saudi Arabia. No.
No, it's here. It's at the Allegiant
That's
Stadium.
right. I got to look at my tickets again.
Mr. Greg, you going?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I got some business out there as well, but I definitely I'm going there.
Yeah, Mr. Greg.
Yeah, we
He
got
gonna support his man.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got
that's the
to stand with your
first
people.
Okay,
boxing
so
match
here,
at that stadium. That's gonna be the first fight at that stadium.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they haven't had a match yet. Yeah, that'll be the first boxing match at the Allegiant Stadium. So it should be electric atmosphere. I think
Can
it's a
y'all
retractable
see?
roof.
Can y'all see the screen?
Yeah.
This is him on the mitts, I guess. I
I
don't know who
haven't
this
seen
is.
that yet. I'm still seeing them shadow boxing.
Oh, hold on, and let me see. Let me go here and see. Why is it not showing? Oh, okay. Here we go. No, why is it not showing that? It says I'm sharing.
Hey, why you looking, Jay? Let me make a quick point right here. When you fighting a guy that's at a bigger weight, I think the first thing you need to do is put on some weight. It's the same thing with Devin and Brian Norman. I said Devin need to bulk up for that fight. Speed is not going to win him that fight. It's going to be timing, but he needs to bulk up. Now, as a reference, remember Tank versus Frank. Tank bulked up for that fight, and when they locked up, Tank throwed Frank Martin. That makes a difference. So I do think. Y'all all say the weight. Well, Crawford got to put some weight on. We know he can box. He just need to put some weight on, some muscle on, to be ready for for Canelo's weight.
But what I'm seeing also, Coach, is that Coach that was talking?
No, that's too rich.
Too rich. I'm
Hold
looking
on,
at
hold
his legs
on, hold
too.
on.
His legs look like
Do
they're
y'all
strong.
see?
Yeah.
Okay, there it is.
He ain't preparing to run. I tell you that.
Yeah.
Don't even expect that.
Okay.
Expect him to fight.
Yeah, he's gonna sit in the
You
pocket with
expecting a
Canelo.
fight? Y'all
Yeah,
think so?
absolutely.
Yeah, Crawford ain't been moving like that in years, man. You know, when he was at 140, when he fought Posto, you know, he was very athletic. He could get on his bicycle, fight off the back foot, and piece you up like that. He did that in the Felix Diaz fight too, but because he moved up to 147, got acclimated, moved up to 154, he don't do all that moving. He be in the pocket. He be in that mid range, you know, letting his shots go. So he don't be doing all that. That was back at 140 when he was doing all that, you know, kind of like, you know, athleticism, moving and staying on the outside. He ain't doing that no more.
Yeah, I'm looking. So you got. I think you have to hit Canelo at least 2 or 3 times every time you can. One shot won't do it for him. Because even with somebody like when he was fighting Triple G, and Triple G could punch. If he had a hit, if Triple G had to put 1 or 2 punches together multiple times throughout the fight, I don't think we would have been looking at him getting a draw or not winning. In my opinion, you got to hit Canelo multiple times. You got to hit him with combinations all the time.
Yeah,
and nobody does it really, other than Bevo.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he got to be the most. Yeah, like you say, he got to let his hands go. Like I say, Triple G, you know, he was a body snatcher at first, but when he fought Canelo, he didn't go to the body. I think he was worried about Canelo's uppercut, so he didn't go to the body like he should have in that first fight. Could have made that fight more decisive.
Look,
Could have won in his favor.
Mr. Greg, look at that.
Yeah.
I see. This is what my concern is too. That he may run out of gas with all that weight on him. What y'all think?
Nope.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he ain't never faded in no fights. That's one thing about we have never seen him. You know, maybe with the, like you said, with the extra weight, maybe that's a possibility, but we have never seen him fade in fights. So that'll be something different. We've seen Canelo fade fights. So
what fight did you see Canelo fading?
Oh, back, you know, here lately he been doing good, but you know, back when he was at 154, he, you know, at 160, he was fading a lot of fights.
But his urgency phase, though, his urgency phase, he ain't trying to knock nobody out toward the end of the fight.
Yeah. Yeah, the reason why he ain't fading fight now because he load up on the shot. He threw more combinations when he was younger, so that led to the fading fights. But he found out, you know, I'm gonna load up on shots. He's more of a puncher now, not throwing as many combinations. That's why he's able to fight 12 strong rounds.
So y'all think he gonna knock Canelo out? That's what y'all telling me.
I don't know about
if he can knock him out, but he gonna try.
If he stopped Canelo, it'll be late. It ain't gonna happen early. It'll be accumulation.
He gonna stop Canelo. He gonna stop Canelo.
If it happened, it'd have to be late. I don't see nothing, you know, early. It'll be accumulation thing. But Crawford is a master at catching guys with shots they don't see. You know, that's you know, all shots that you get hit with that you don't see do damage. But Crawford is a master at that, and he's able to catch him with them little short shots when the Canelo's throwing those hooks and stuff, loading up. That could be the type of punches that hurt Canelo.
Are you going to the fight, Coach? I mean, Rich?
Rich. Nah, I ain't gonna make it out there. Nah, I ain't gonna make it.
Mr. Greg, so what do you think about Bud saying that he's suing all you niggas that's saying that he on that shit?
He's suing y'all. He ain't suing me.
He ain't suing me. Listen here. He showed his he posted his VADA results.
I know, I saw that. I'm glad he did it.
Please, child. But what good are the VADA results when you take a picture like this? Do you trust anything that comes from this whole side? I don't.
But that's the catch. He's not denying that he works with Victor, which he never has. He has accepted that he's going to be seen as being suspicious. So all he can do is show you from his point of view that he's not. Whether you believe him or not, it's going to be up to you.
Well,
that's the basic of this argument that everybody has had. You know, everybody who uses Victor and has Victor in his corner should always accept there's going to be people who going to say you cheating, and I don't care what anybody say, they're going to say you are cheating, you on that juice, and that's all they're going to feel.
So with that, how do you think that he has the right to sue people? If you know that that's what comes with...
I think he's just talking.
Oh, okay.
I don't think no lawsuit's going to get filed. Not from fans. Against fans, I should say.
Well, I don't know about against who the hell he thinks he's going to sue, but he absolutely said he's suing niggas.
Yeah, I mean, they talk that now. If somebody on a podcast, like I saw a little piece where Fanon says directly that Bud is on that juice. And he's not saying he thinks it. He's saying he is. I can see why he would go at Fanon.
Yeah, I would. Shit.
I didn't know that that's what he was going after. I just saw that he said he was going to be suing everybody. Underneath the VADA results he posted, he's underneath it. He said he's going to be suing people that accused him of, whatever.
Yeah, Fanon had. I just saw that today. Has directly said, what that judge that Bud was on that juice. Stop lying, this, that, and the other. So I could see why he would go after somebody like that. I would, especially if I.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You gotta be careful. You can't come out and just boldly say you don't know. You have no facts to back that up. You cannot just come out and say, "Hey, I know for a fact Bud juicing." You can't do that. You can say you suspicious, why he with Snack, why he working with Victor Conte. You can throw all that out, but for you to just come out and say, you know for a fact that he juicing, he's a drug cheat. Yeah, you can't do that. So
that's
you got to watch his words.
I wasn't aware of that. I didn't know who he was talking about. Honestly, I just saw it and I thought it was funny. Because I said, well, look at this. And then somebody obviously being funny posted a picture with him and Victor and Devin and Bill, so.
Now, with fans say it too, but if fans say everything, fans say you're ducking, fans say this, that, and the other. But when you have a platform that has a following that somebody like Fanon has, or some of the others who are actually saying it, yeah, you very much should go after them, particularly if you're not juicing.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna say this. I think all that snack stuff, it just cap, man. It just Crawford hate, man. I don't think nobody care nothing about no damn snack. Look at the situation. Crawford finna fight Canelo, a known drug cheat, who's in a camp with a trainer that has 7 dudes pop, and ain't nobody questioning whether Canelo is coming in on steroid. You questioning whether the guy who never popped for steroid is coming in on. That just Crawford hate. They ain't got nothing to do.
What, too, Rich? No, it's not. No, it's not, because out of Victor's own mouth, he can show you how to circumvent the test. So it's not really Crawford hate, especially if you're with a known cheater. You can't really call it hate. People have a right and a reason to be suspicious. So to just sit up here and act like niggas is just hating on him and being suspicious for no reason, I think that's a little disingenuous.
Okay, well, let me prove it to you. Let me prove it to you then. Let me prove it to you. It's Crawford hate because we have another fighter, a great fighter named Bam Rodriguez that's signed with Snack, and no black YouTube content creator would dare use their platform to denigrate Bam Rodriguez and tie him to Victor Conte. It's only for Crawford. It's only for the black fighters by black content creators.
Well, hold on. Has Bam Rodriguez been now? Is he working with Victor? Because Victor said there's a difference, right? Does he work with Victor, or does he just use the product with Snack?
That's all I know. He's a snack fighter.
Okay, that's all you know, right? But there is a difference, and Victor Conte has come out of his own mouth and said there's a difference if you are just using the product and if I am working with you. He said that out of his own mouth. Okay,
nobody investigates the way Bam Rodriguez is a snack fighter.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Rick? Rich?
No, I was saying Bam been with Snack like basically day one. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Bam been with them for a while, and he younger than Crawford, way younger. But that's why I don't get into all that stuff, because I don't.
Hell no, I just don't get into it.
Until you get caught, it's like even if you cheating on a girl, man, until you get caught, that's when you consider cheating, man. You know what I'm saying? So,
oh my God. Oh my God.
You should have used that analogy, Rich.
No, I shouldn't use that. I shouldn't use that.
Because that is not.
Nah, you should have done that one.
You're still doing the shit. If that's the case.
Nah, but you can't call no one to cheat. Mercy. You can't call no one to cheat. Only person called to cheat is the guy Victor. You can't call no one else to cheat that never been cheating before, that never got caught cheating. That's the part of the game. You gotta get caught. So if the Crawford never got caught, we should, even if he is or if he not, which I think he not. You know what I'm saying? We can't call the guy a cheat though, man. Like Canelo got caught before, so we could call him a cheat.
But Canelo also cleared himself because it did prove out to be tainted meat. That everyone leaves that part of the story out as well.
Yeah, but he still had that put on him. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's the thing though. He had it put on him, and then when he was cleared, nobody took it off of him. That's
Well,
why.
Well,
Crawford
So, but
already
nobody,
cleared.
but
Crawford's
that's what I'm
cleared.
trying to say about
Yeah,
Crawford.
Crawford
clear
That's what I'm
already
trying to say
cleared.
about. That's what I'm
You
trying to say
can't
about
tell me
Crawford.
that you.
Crawford never got caught at all. For you to even say that he's cheating, for people to even be
But
all
it's
pressed
okay.
over him
But
before they
Rich,
pressed over
my point
Canelo.
is this. My point is this. People have a right and a reason to be suspicious because of the company he keeps.
Yeah.
But you
well,
only
I
doing
go
that
with
for
that.
certain fighters. What
I
about
go.
Victor Ortiz? He's a snack fighter. Don't nobody say that about Victor Ortiz.
I don't see Victor Ortiz in pictures with Victor Conte. I don't see Victor Conte calling Victor Ortiz his boy or one of his guys. I just don't see the certain level of closeness as I see with Devin, with Bud, with other fighters. If I start to see it, I will start to say it
But,
about them too. I
but
don't
because
discriminate, nigga.
you're saying the ones that sponsored. You're seeing the sponsored fighters.
This is what I'm talking about. What's up, Toussaint?
What's
Yeah, I
going
mean,
on, y'all? What's going
there,
on?
there ain't nothing to worry
Hey,
about.
what's going on?
But
Let
going
me let
back
me
to
ask a question because a lot of times this is what I think a lot of people keep skipping over, right? They keep saying, "Why you don't talk about this fighter?" Listen, first of all, people do talk about Ben Rodriguez, and we talk
They
about how much
do.
he's not grading up all the time. Second of all, was Ben Rodriguez in the documentary? Because y'all keep skipping over the fact that a documentary was released with Devin and Bud in the documentary connecting him to Victor Conte, rehashing his whole past all over again to a whole nother generation of fans. That's what happened.
Hey,
So
hey,
I don't
Okay,
know why y'all keep skipping
not.
over that.
okay.
Wait, hold
Check
on,
this
too
out.
rich. Hold on, too rich. Can I
All
say
right, go
something
ahead.
right? If I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man, and I feel like a million people will feel the same way I feel. If you a cheater, man, if you a cheater, you would stay far away from the person. You wouldn't even really want to. You would want to deal with the person from afar. So
Why?
as
When
him
you're
as
confident they can
wait
help
hold
you
on
beat the test.
hold
Why?
on. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like only people that do that is like stereotype of people that's like, oh, I didn't get caught, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this to make me like. I
So
don't
let me
feel
ask
like
you a question. Let me
come
ask you a
like we
question then, Rich.
got like we're not gonna
Oh,
put that bone
I
on
get it.
people.
I get
That's
it. We
all
don't
we
want to
doing.
hang
We
jackets on
putting
people that
bones
they
on
don't
people,
belong
man.
on. I understand that. But let me ask you a question. When Bud talks about the Victor Conte and the cheating and all this, what does he always say? I ain't never been popped, right? That's what they
Oh,
all
And
say. I ain't never tested
hold
positive.
on, Rich.
I
Hold
ain't
on.
never
Let me
been
make a
popped.
point.
They
Hold
never
on, Rich.
deny using
hold on.
anything.
And
They
Rich.
never deny
you know
using
what
it.
Crawford said about Pacquiao? Crawford said this about
Exactly.
Pacquiao. I don't put him as one of the greats because I think he cheated. That's what Crawford said. So if he don't put it, that means he definitely don't think he one of the greats, which he do. And that's the main thing he
Nigga,
But
said
that's
about.
no. He
people run
said
around here
because
accusing other
exactly
people of
how he
stuff that
gonna
they
put
do
that
all
how
the
he gonna
time.
put that jacket on Pacquiao. He never tested positive.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He has no right. He has no right to do that at all. But what I'm
Okay, so
saying.
obviously if he can do it, why y'all sitting up here crying then? Like,
Nah, I'm not crying about nothing. I'm just saying that I don't get into all that because if you ain't never get caught cheating, I'm not gonna sit there and put that bone on you and say you got caught cheating. That's like me seeing you or Jag Queen, y'all all on the street or whatever, and a shooting happened around there, and I say you did it. I call Crime Stop and say you did it just because you around that area. No,
well, I mean, if you
that's
see
Nah,
him
not
in
that
that's
ain't
not
video,
what
true.
we
okay,
do. We
That
not
ain't
we
47
not
true.
minutes
like that,
in,
man.
Jones,
If
you
you
had
see
some
me in
eyes
the
I
on
ain't
the
grow
video,
up like
hold
situation.
that.
on, hold
I didn't
on.
grow up
If
like
you see
that.
me in the video, if you see me in the video holding the gun, or I'm like one of these stupid rappers out here rapping about some ish, then it's a possibility I might have done it. But I can
But
tell
I'm
you
not.
this:
But
I
I'm
don't
not
see
gonna call. But I'm
anybody.
not gonna.
Hold
I'm
on,
not gonna
Rich.
call the tip line and
The
say, "Yeah, Jad Queen did it."
people that know what Victor Conte is about and they choose to still associate themselves with Victor Conte, they are open to scrutiny. That's all that we're saying, bro. You are subject to suspicion when you hang around with people that do what Victor Conte did. You know what he's about. You know what he got charged for. You know what he went to jail for. And you still choose to use him as your scientist or as your whatever the hell he does with your
Right.
blood.
Right.
Then
Now you
that's
right.
on you.
And
You
y'all
know
right.
what?
Y'all right. Y'all do have your own mind, and y'all could have them suspicious of someone. All Too Rich was saying was everybody focused on Bud, but the person that got caught cheating and his trainer been getting caught cheating this whole year is not, the tension not basically on him. You know what I'm saying? It got to the point where
That's bullshit because every time somebody in Reynoso can't pop dirty, I make a video. So that's bullshit.
Crawford trying to defend himself now. And you don't see Canelo and them, they cool because they like
Defending
they not
yourself
really
by
on.
letting
They
Victor
like
post your
our
test
people.
results.
They like
That is
you know
laughable.
Canelo and them saying too, Rich and Greg. You know what the Canelo and them saying? Man, our people is gonna support us regardless. That's what they saying. That's what the fuck they saying.
Nah, what's up? What's up? Hey, Cash, what's up?
What's up? What's up?
Oh, hey, Cash.
What's
Hey,
going
2
on
cents.
with you?
What's up, Mr. Greg? What up, Cash Crypto?
What up?
What's
What
up,
up?
Cash? What you got? I know.
No.
What you think? Bud said he's suing all you niggas talking about he on that
Hey,
stuff.
to me, man, what a cheating ass nigga. In my opinion, a lot of these snack dudes are cheating. You know what I mean, I hear a lot of people talk about Victor Conte like the dude has changed and he's an advocate and he's this and he's that. But if you look into it, man, calm your ass down. If you look into it, this dude he's not an advocate. Like if he was
Somebody got mute.
If he mute your mic, man. If he was supposedly went to federal camp for 2 months. First off, that's not. If you want to get into recidivism rates, those ain't the people that changed their lives from doing 2 fucking months in a federal camp. Okay, so don't miss me with that shit. But the dude, if you look into it, the people who are on top of these people, like the people who busted Victor, those people, look at the interviews. They'll tell you like he kept a lot of information from them. He didn't tell them everything. So what this dude really did was he told these people a little bit, but all the time he had other ways of cheating. He had other ways of doing this shit. So yeah, here I'm gonna tell you how to bust, how to look for this while I'm doing that. So you got a bunch of gullible motherfuckers who think this dude is some change advocate for fucking. He's an advocate now for clean sports. No, he's never been an advocate for clean sports. If you look into the interviews, he'll tell you he's been snitching on himself the whole time. Just like at Balco, he got the interview where he says, "Yeah, I'm real selective about the guys I want to work with. I want to work with the top guys." He's doing the same thing in boxing. He's working with the top guys. The only difference now is he got VADA, which he helped co-found. He didn't have no doping agency in his pocket back then at Balco. Now he got a doping agency and he got this loophole, a therapeutic use exemption. Where he bringing these doctors, he got interviews on all this shit where you can hear this nigga, you hear Victor's own words telling you he bring in a doctor and give his fighters injections. Man, what the fuck are you giving a fighter injection for when you're the goddamn supplement man? You're supposed to be the king of supplements now. You ain't supposed to be the king of drugs no more, but you still got this doctor coming in giving these dudes injections. So it's really like you got a bunch of gullible people who look at this dude and see that their favorite fighters with him. So they want to come up with every excuse in the book. Oh, he ain't pop dirty. Yeah, well, none of these motherfuckers at Balco pop dirty either, man. So stop saying that dumbass shit. Do some fucking research, man.
Not to mention your 365 program that only 4 fighters have signed up for the last decade that you sponsored.
I think that this was laughable. This is why I mentioned it, because how you gonna submit this and then right directly after I see this?
Yeah,
right, so it's like you going to court, but the judge is your home. Are you really going to jail?
That's the
Are
new
you really
picture.
Going to jail?
What's that? A new?
Why would Eddie Reynoso be send his fighters to snack? Well, why do Eddie Reynoso fighters get popped when they could just go to snack?
That's a question for Eddie Reynoso. That's a question for Eddie Reynoso.
It's two rival drug dealers. Because it's two rival drug dealers. That's why. Eddie Reynoso and Victor Conte, 2 rival drug dealers.
Eddie Reynoso with the cartel over there.
Look, man, if you know anything about Victor Conte, he's the king of giving you shit, but there's no test for it. There's no test for these drugs.
Man, them niggas doing drugs, man.
You step ahead of the test.
Okay, so Rich, obviously, and now 2 Cent and Cash and Frequent. What y'all think about the Clout-Chase race between Shakur and Teo? You know that video?
I mean, I don't think Teo will go fight Shakur. I would think Teo wouldn't fight Shakur before Shakur wouldn't fight Teo. I don't think neither one of them gonna fight each other, but I could be wrong.
That's what I said. The Clout-Chase race. Who can Clout-Chase the hardest, the longest, and
Wait,
the
wait,
fastest?
you said what? Say that again. You
I
think
think Shakur
Teo?
fight Teo. I think Shakur fight Teo.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I done heard Teo out his mouth say plenty of times that I won't fight Shakur, that I wouldn't. So I never heard Shakur say that he wouldn't
Teo
fight.
is acting like a prima
I
donna.
don't think
hold
Teo
on.
would fight Shakur.
You said what?
See, Rich,
That's
that's
what
why
I
you
just
gotta
said. I don't
listen.
think Teo would
I
fight
thought
Shakur.
she said I thought he wouldn't. He would, and Shakur wouldn't fight him.
No, that's not what I said.
Yeah, to me,
No,
to
she
me,
saying neither
Teo
one
would
of them
fight
will fight each
Shakur
other.
more than
Oh,
Well,
I
okay,
Shakur
don't
been
think
talking about
Shakur
fighting
wouldn't
Teo
fight
when they
Teo.
both with Top Rank. Shakur been talking about fighting Teo. He talked about fighting him like 2 years ago when they was both with Top Rank. He said, "I go up to
yeah,
140 to fight Teo."
I never seen Shakur really say he want to fight somebody, and I never really heard him say he wouldn't fight somebody.
I've heard him say a lot of people he would fight and never
Yeah,
fight
yeah,
neither one of
I
them.
heard that. And that's the competitiveness. Like you gotta understand these guys competitive. You know what I'm saying? So they going, of course, they gonna say that they want to still fight. Like I done heard Devin say he want to fight Tank and Shakur. They at 135. I done heard Tank on an interview with the Bubble guy with the Bud or whatever his name is, say he still want to fight Devin Haney. I done heard Shakur say he want to fight Conor Ben. They just competitive. You gotta understand that. They always at all that same weight class at one point, so they all just competitive. That's
to
how I
me,
look at it.
Yeah,
to
but
me,
they're not
I
on any
heard
weight
That's
I
how
class
I
heard
look
now,
at it.
Shakur
so
said
that's
he
not
wouldn't fight
considered.
somebody, though.
Yeah, I only heard Shakur say he want to fight Keyshawn.
Yeah, that's the only one saying he want to
Shakur
fight.
said he wouldn't fight Devin Haney at 147 too. He said that.
At
man,
So
147.
that's why people saying why would he fight Conor Ben up there if he won't fight Devin up there?
He not
Yeah.
fighting
Oh,
That's
he
a good
said
nobody.
that. I
question.
didn't hear him say
And
that.
that's
He
the
said
thing
that.
that I think that this is where my irritation comes with Shakur. You last week on Nightcap, you said you wanted to fight Andy Cruz because you're competitive. You wanted to fight Gervonta Tank Davis at 135. You were a small guy. You were staying at 135. Rewind a week before that, you was just on Ariel Helwani talking about you wanted to fight Conor Ben at 147. Now forward again, you talking about fighting Teofimo at 140. So it's just I'm just confused. Like which
Yeah,
one is it?
I think it's just the competitiveness. That's all.
And them
What does
guys
that
are
have to
not
do
big for their
with
weight. You
whether
know,
it's
Sometimes I do think
Teo's
it'd be
not big for
Clout-Chase too,
140,
though.
and Conor Ben is
Sometimes I
not big
do.
for
and the thing
147.
about
You look at
Devin
them guys,
Haney's
they're not big
situation
guys
is
for their weight.
the thing about Devin Haney's situation is Shakur know his big ass ain't gonna take no rehydration clause. He gonna go up to 190. So that's why he probably said that. He said Conor McGregor. On Conor Ben. He said I'm cool.
Dranos.
I'm cool with him, man. He gonna get a 10-pound rehydration clause. He not even gonna throw Devin Haney name out there because he know he gonna go up to 230 or some shit like that. So I wouldn't. I don't
But
blame him.
no, but him
I
talking
don't
about
blame him.
he'll
It'll be
fight Conor
230.
Ben though.
He'll be a 230
Yeah,
fighting a
Ben is not a
145.
big guy though. Ben's
But
not a
Conor
big guy.
Ben is bigger than Devin though. So he talking about he'll fight
Nah,
Conor Ben. Come on,
I
Conor
that's
don't
Ben
know
just
about that. I
fought
know Conor
somebody
Ben
from
fought at a bigger
Devin
weight,
is
but I
about
don't know if he's actually bigger
175.
than Kevin Haney.
no. But he said this. He said that if he fight Conor Ben, he put a rehydration clause on just
man,
like
that
he
nigga
did.
wasn't about to fight no Conor Ben, man.
Yeah,
and
that's
Conor
what
Ben popped 30 before.
You
Come
believe
on, bro.
everything. You believe everything that come out these motherfuckers' mouths. It's kind of ridiculous how they got you niggas looking like fucking idiots. You gotta
I
back on
look, man.
everything you
Niggas
say.
say he
That's
gonna
one
do what he
thing.
gonna do.
That's one thing Shakur and Tank got in common. They both Clout-Chase Conor Ben.
Man,
Freak, well, I will kick you right off this fucking phone. What are you talking about?
Oh,
He was
my
right
bad. I
because
forgot. I can't say nothing about Tank. My bad. I forgot.
he was
This
ready.
is
I
Coach
did hear
Tank's
about him
channel.
being linked to
Y'all just
Conor Ben, but I didn't know he
Y'all
called
just
him out saying he wanted to fight. I did hear them two getting linked back about a year
That'd
ago.
be a good fight though, man. I'm still saying both of them, even if on Tank fight on Conor Ben. I don't think he got that much skills. I don't think he that
No,
skill
Conor
set.
Ben too big for them dudes,
I
man.
don't think he got that much skill set to beat them.
So why call him out?
Conor
If
Ben is
Conor
the
Ben is
GOAT.
too big,
If
Ben need
Devin
to be
Haney too
fighting.
big for them dudes, Conor Ben definitely too big for them dudes,
No, the
man.
hell,
Devin
no,
Haney
no,
gained
no,
up to
frequent. We ain't
200
finna do
pounds,
all of
man.
that.
He is too big for them dudes. He just fought Eubanks coming from all. Then Eubanks come from 160 some
And they
dang
thought
way.
they
He
catch
came from
weight.
all the way up.
Hey, check this out. Check this
They
out.
thought they
Y'all
157
forget
weight.
one thing, man. Turkey got a certain amount of money that he's paying for these fights, and these fighters know it. If they want to make that bag, they might have to move up in weight. They got to take a tough fight. So you see Shakur going up and down the ladder because that's where the money at. Devin is only fighting Norman and trying to fight Boots, and because that's where the money at. He got to take a tough fight, so you got to make the money.
Yeah.
Up and
Why
down
you
what
can't just
ladder?
be
What
daring to
ladder?
be great, bro?
What ladder
That's what
has
they say.
Shakur went up and down? He fighting at 135. What ladder has he went up and down, nigga? What are you talking
What I'm
about?
saying, he calling people out at 140 and
Yeah, you just,
147.
I
You
mean, who
gotta know
care
those
what he
fights
talking
gonna
about?
pay more money.
That's just talk, bro. It's just talk. Until these
I
niggas
ain't
fight,
saying
until
those
they fight
fights gonna
some
Devin
pay
people,
more
daring to be
money.
great,
until
bro.
they fight
He
some
Those
daring to be
people,
fights
nigga,
will
great.
pay
it's
more
just
money.
talk,
That's
Stop
nigga.
all I'm
That's
it,
all it
saying.
frequent.
is.
We're
The
not
fights
one
will
at
pay
a
more
time,
money.
y'all. One at a time. And frequent, please. Go ahead, Cash. What you say?
Niggas put all this damn fucking shit in the motherfuckers yapping, nigga. They ain't fighting none of these people they talking about fighting. The fuck you talking about? Going up and down the ladder. You go up and down the ladder, you fighting people at higher weights. You fighting people back down at your weight. You moving up, fighting another person at a higher weight. That's going up and down the ladder, nigga. Talking
We talking
about
about the
fighting
call
somebody.
out, bro.
Hold
We
on,
talking about
nigga.
the call out,
Talking about
man.
fighting
We talking
somebody at
about the call out,
147.
bro.
Talking
Take it
about
easy,
fighting
bro.
somebody at 147,
Take your
nigga, when you
pills,
already
nigga.
said you ain't
Too
going
One at a
emotional.
past
time.
135,
Let him
nigga.
finish.
Too
Hold on.
emotional, bro. Don't let this shit get you like
Yeah,
that,
you
bro.
you
So take a
emotional,
deep
little
breath,
mama,
my
because
nigga.
you
Take
keep
a
Hold
coming
deep
on,
fuck
breath,
up
my
y'all.
with this
Hold
nigga.
Hold
on,
shit.
on,
y'all.
y'all.
Hold on,
Chill,
hold on, hold
y'all.
on,
Take a
hold on,
deep
hold on.
breath.
Tank
Hold
Take
on.
a
Tank
breath
went
up.
up
Now,
and
now,
down the
You
ladder
all
though.
supposed to
Tank
be
went up to
lying.
Take a deep
140
breath.
and then he went back down though. So Tank went
so
up
I
and down the
said,
ladder,
hold on.
even though he fought a
Stop talking when I'm
Yeah,
talking.
he actually. Oh, go ahead.
So, Lex, I'm not sure if you just got here, but we already went over that. Also, there is another one fighter that does the same thing. So, if you want to bring them up as well, you can. But don't come over here with narratives because we don't do those over here. Okay? Go ahead. What y'all was saying?
Man, why he going
oh,
y'all like that, man? That nigga said you a woman, you still delusional.
Some of these people just come over here and say any goddamn thing, child. But anyway, listen, Devin Haney, we don't know how much the boy really weighs, but we're not discussing him. We were talking about Shakur and his weight class jumping. And Rich, you said that he just wants to be great, I guess, whatever. Calling out all these people all over weight classes and don't intend on
I
fighting
ain't say
them.
that. I just said it's the competitiveness. I'm saying that they just like they just talking to me they be talking. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that if the opportunity presents itself, that they won't hesitate to take it if it's the right money or if it's, you know what I'm saying, something that's good on the line. I don't feel like none of these fighters will really duck. Besides, I ain't gonna say it. Besides Boots, man. That's the only
it
nigga I
ain't
can
no
say.
duck if you don't fight a fighter
Nah,
that's up in a higher weight class though, bro. If you
yeah,
in a
yeah, yeah,
different
yeah,
weight
yeah, yeah,
class,
yeah, yeah, yeah. But
how so if so
I
Shakur
don't.
can't duck he can't duck Conor Ben by saying changing his mind saying he don't want to fight him. That's why
Yeah,
it goes down as a clout chase.
it's just really that. But I just feel like I just feel like they ain't none of these guys scared to fight each other for real. You know what I'm saying? Unless you
Hey,
just
let
flat
me know
out
when I
just
go.
Why you say you think Boost duck though?
I'm fucking around when I say that because I agree he should get a tune up, but I'm saying that for the people that claim that he never asked for the tune ups. You know, you got a lot of niggas on here that say, "Oh, he never asked for the tune-ups." Eddie Hearn, Turkey Out of Sheet, Robert Garcia's son, they all came to cahoots and lied and said he said that. The fuck wrong with that, man? Nobody ain't trying to hear that shit. Nigga asked for a tune-up.
They lying on Boost, bro. They lying on him.
Yeah, niggas, that's delusional, man. That's
Hey,
delusional as a
hey, let me say
They
motherfucker.
this.
all lying on him, bro.
Let me say this. Let me say
Man,
this.
nah. I don't. A tune-up good. A tune-up definitely good for Boots if he wanted that. But I don't like when people come in and try to make it like try to defend the nigga like he didn't ask for it.
Hey,
Yo,
let me
So
say
they
this.
here's
just
the problem
saying
that
it
I have
wrong
with
though.
all of
He
this.
just trying to get
Hold on.
acclimated.
Hold
I
on,
don't know,
frequent.
Rich. You be
Here's the
defending some whole
problem.
shit too, though, bro.
Here's the problem that I have with this whole situation, right? Everybody running around here calling Boots a duck, right? Who is available for him to fight at 154? That's a
Mm-hmm.
question.
You have to look at the rankings and shit, really.
Ron, I think
The guy
Ron was
that
Bakram is
bullshit.
busy. No,
Hey,
Bakram
hey,
is
the
busy.
Queen.
guy
Virgil
that
is out.
what's the guy
Maginov
named
is out.
Murtalis, the
What
guy
about
that knocked
Boacheck?
out Tim Tszyu.
Boachuk is fighting on the undercard, I believe, on the Canelo card, if I'm not mistaken.
What about the guy that fought Tim Tszyu?
Who?
Fedor?
Nah, the
Fundora
one that
can't
Slenderman?
fight.
Slenderman just
the one
fought.
that knocked Tim Tszyu out, man.
That's the
What about
thing,
Jesus?
Ty. Ty, this
Uh,
is the thing right here.
What about
When
Jesus
you
Ramos?
look at all the when you look at the rankings, all the top
That's
guys
who
are
I was saying,
busy.
Ramos.
So yeah, all right. You saying what I'm saying? All the top guys are busy. So Josh
That's what I'm
Kelly,
saying.
Josh Kelly's right around that range where he's like ranked 3 here, 3 on another. He's ranked 3 on 2 different bodies, I think. So most of the time, you hear a lot of people use the rankings and their favorite fighter is finna fight a ranked guy. It's okay, but now that it's Boots finna fight a ranked guy, there's a problem. It's really just a selective outrage. It's really corny, if you ask me.
He not about to fight Kelly though. He about to fight Jesus Ramos, I
Yeah,
think.
well, if he was gonna fight Kelly, nigga, it shouldn't be no fucking problem because he's a
Kelly's
ranked.
not. Yeah, you right. Kelly's
That's
not
what
a
I'm
All the
talking
top,
about.
all the
let me
top
jump in
guys are
here.
busy. See, this is
Pay
my
attention,
thing, right?
nigga.
I just asked y'all a question, and everybody got quiet. But yet, there's no hesitation when we want to run around here calling this man a duck. But you don't even know who's available for him to fight. All you know is he ain't fighting who you think he should fight.
Queen, this is what you need to
Yes,
know.
Lucky. Yes, Lucky.
Every fight that was on the table, they was available, but he declined them offers. So it's really
When?
not about who's available now. The people that was on the table, they was available. He declined all 3 offers.
Yeah, that's
When?
fine.
Who these people that was on the table
Hold
though?
on,
Who?
be quiet.
I'm
Hold on,
talking
be
about. I'm
quiet.
talking. Wait,
This
hold
is
on. I'm
this
talking
is
about
me
Bachman.
talking to
Bachman
Lucky.
Machado. He
So
available.
hold on, Lucky. So let's do the timeline real quick. Who are you talking about, and what's the timeline?
We had Brian Norman, we had Teofimo, and we also
Brian
had
Norman.
Devin
Brian Norman. When could he have fought Brian Norman? And Teofimo, I'm not concerned with him bringing somebody up to fight him. That's ridiculous, and you can't duck somebody in a lower weight class. So who else?
Yeah, that shit's silly.
They the 3 on the table.
Nobody want to see Boots fight Teofimo,
So
nigga.
that's my thing about, and that's my
fight,
issue
nigga.
with, because
You already
Teofimo
know
was at
he's finna smash
140
on
pounds.
Teo,
So
nigga.
you
There's
rather
no
keep
reason
seeing
for
him
him to
fight
fight
cab
him.
drivers? You want to keep seeing him watch? You want to watch the cab
Hold
drivers?
on.
Teo is
Now
a cab
hold up.
driver compared to Boots, nigga. What the fuck are you
Hold up.
talking
How
What
about?
you
is he
gonna
compared to the
so
other
this
Nigga would
opponents
get
that he fought?
murdered, man.
So
What is
what
Teo
about
compared to the other opponents that he
You want to
what
watch a
about
mismatch,
So
nigga. Who
1
cares about a
second.
mismatch, bro?
man? I'm asking y'all a
So
question. What
1
about
second.
Bachman? What about Bachman
1
Machado?
sec. What the fuck? Can y'all hear me? Oh, all right. So Lucky. Teofimo is a clout chaser, right? Nobody cares about Teofimo at 140 pounds. Boots would have gotten no credit for beating Teofimo Lopez, bringing him up a weight class. He had nothing to entice him for a fight at the time. And this was right after what? He just fought, who's this nigga name? Jose Ramirez, or whoever, not Jose Ramirez, the other one. Barbosa. Whoever the hell it is that Teo just fought, right? So that was one. And then you said the other one, who? Who was the other one? You said it was 3 offers on the table. Who were the other 2?
It was
You talking
Brian
about
Norman,
Devin, Teo, and
Teofimo,
Brian.
and supposedly Devin Haney. Now they got that
Yeah.
contract. They didn't want to do that. They didn't want to take the Devin fight. I'm not saying that he ducked Devin. I'm not saying he's scared of Devin. I'm just saying that fight was on the table.
The fight was at 147. That's why he announced that he moving up to 154. So why would he try to entertain
See, and this
somebody
is
still
my
at
thing. Like, and
147?
this is my thing, right? Like, so
Don't make no
how
sense.
is it that we skip past and we act like we don't see a whole bunch of significant details? How about the fact that when Boots was still campaigning at a full 147, Devin was tap dancing at 144, 143, all of this different shit. But as soon as Boots announces he's moving up to 154, all of a sudden y'all send him a contract. Y'all want to fight him now at 147? I'm confused at what's going on around here. Now, that Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, they're all in smaller weight classes than him. The Brian Norman Jr. shit, I tried to put a timeline together of when and if they could afford. I still couldn't figure that shit out for the life of me. So that fight I don't know about. I'll give you that one. The other 2 niggas, because Teofimo's at 140. Devin was tap dancing at 143, 144 until Boots completely moved up. Then all of a sudden he wants to completely campaign at 147 and still attempt to bring fighters up and down to fight him.
But if Teo said he agreed to whatever weight you want to fight at, what's the problem with the Teo fight?
For one, I don't really believe that Teofimo would have fought Boots, just like I didn't really believe Teofimo would have fought Bud Crawford like he was clout chasing, just like he said he wanted $20 million to fight Devin Haney, just like he didn't want to fight Keyshawn Davis for the same amount of money. I find Teofimo Lopez to be the biggest clout chasing duck in boxing. But that's just my personal opinion. As far as that specific fight, I don't think Boots was interested in it for the reasons that I stated. What credit would he have really gotten for beating Teofimo Lopez, bringing another nigga up in a weight division and molly-whopping his damn ass? What really would he have accomplished by doing that?
Hey, one
at a time. I think Lucky wanted to really
He would have got more credit. He would have got more credit for every cab driver that's on his record.
So you think that he fights a bunch of cab drivers? Who in that division at 147 should he have been fighting outside of the champions that he was fighting? Just because you don't know who they are or they're not regular everyday names that we speak of doesn't mean that they're not champions or doesn't mean they're not good opposition. So who besides the champions he fought would you have liked to have seen him fight?
Look, all I'm saying is they wasn't elite
No,
fighters.
answer the question, Lucky. Who?
I can't give you them names. I'd be lying if I gave you a name. So I can't give you no names.
So don't
I
call
know
them
that
drivers.
they was not elite fighters. That's what I know.
How you know that if they champions? If they champions, how they not elite? So if they're champions and they still not elite, that goes back to what I've been saying. Just because you got a belt don't mean you can bang.
Bro,
Are we back to my original statement?
Hey, hold on, Jab. Can I say one thing real quick?
Hold on. Let Lucky, you finish, babe.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, all right. Go ahead, Rich.
Hold on, y'all can hear me?
Yes, babe, we can hear you.
Wait, hey, so what about Bachman, the one that fought Tim Tszyu, the one that knocked out Tim Tszyu?
Bachman, if I'm not mistaken, he's scheduled to fight too, but I can find
He not scheduled to fight. Turkey said everybody's scared of him. Everybody's scared of fight. He said everybody's scared to fight him. That's what Turkey said. He said basically he's been trying to make fights for him, man. Everybody's scared to fight him. And then
I thought a fight got I thought he got mandated to fight or something.
He is mandated to fight somebody.
Nah, he ain't got no fights. He ain't got no fights coming up right now.
Yes, he does.
He might be mandated.
Lubin's gonna be the next fight. They gonna
he mandated the fight between him and Lubin. It's coming up supposedly.
Yep.
What happened?
That might be September 20th.
What happened to Charlo?
At 154.
Charlo playing around.
Ain't he at 154?
Charlo's at 168. The other one. You talking about Jamal or Jamel?
You talking about Jamel?
Jamel's at 168, ain't he?
You talking about Jamel at 154, but he playing around.
Okay. I get confused. Okay, so
I heard he coming back to 160 though. I heard he's not coming back down to 154. I heard when he do come back, it's gonna be 160.
Okay, I see. I thought because I just saw him. Well, no, because his brother's at 168.
Yeah, Jamal is at 168.
Jamal with the A. Jamal. A. Jamel is the 154. Okay, I always get them confused. Okay. I thought he was just. I just saw something. He was FaceTiming with him and Keith Thurman was going back and forth. I thought that was something. Jamel is at 154. Thank you. Thank you.
For 154.
Jamel said he's coming back to take over the division.
Who said that?
Jamel?
That's what Jamel said. He said he's coming back to take over 154.
Okay, so he's coming back to 154. Okay.
We'll give Boots a call then. If he's coming back to take over, because that's the man to beat at 154 as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
But, hard shot come back to 154 is loaded though. If he was smart, he'd go to 160. 160 is the it's a little bit more wide open. That 154, they got a lot of sharks at 154. It's gonna be hard for him to go back and be like undisputed like he was before. Much more depth than it was when he was undisputed.
All the names are at 154, bro. That's where all the big money fights are. What about how is it smart to go to 160? That don't make no fucking sense.
Mel probably could beat them dudes though.
He might not make it back to no undisputed at right now. I don't see
Mel could beat a lot of them dudes, man. I think
it's gonna be tough for him to get back to the top right now.
Shout out to the Cash App. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button. Y'all make sure y'all sub to the channel if y'all not already subbed, honey, and hit that Cash App if you can. Now go ahead. What you were saying, Mr. Greg? No, that was Cash. Yeah, the division to be in is 154. So I mean, and for him to come back and just, I would suggest that he come back and not take a light touch, but not go straight to the, you know what I'm saying, to the fire. I really want somebody to. Where is Slender Man? Where is he at?
Who?
Oh, you talking about
Fundora. I'm sorry, Fundora.
Fundora just fight, so he's suspended.
Yeah, but what weight class is he at? Is he at one?
He at 154. Yeah, he at 154, but he just fought somebody.
He'll probably get another fight in before the end of the year, though. Maybe Keith Thurman or somebody like that. Depends.
Now I will agree that Boots definitely does need to get in there and get somebody with all this bougie shit turning down fights if that's what's going on. I don't really agree with that. But as far as him being able to fight the top people at the division, they're all busy. He moved to 154 like in the middle of niggas making fights, literally.
I don't really care any of those names of my guy. Lucky you, my guy, and all, but I really don't want to see Boots fight no fucking Teo, man. Like Teo couldn't beat anybody on Boots' resume, bro. Like nobody on Boots' resume is Teo gonna beat. So what's the point of us seeing that fight? That shit would be over in 2 fucking rounds.
Look, I understand.
I don't even know if Teo beats Josh Kelly, bro.
Look, I understand all of that, but he got to fight somebody elite next, bro.
Oh, what's good, Lucky? I ain't seen you there.
Congratulations. That's amazing.
All right.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I mean, Lucky, I can agree with that. You want to see him get to the smoke immediately. If I'm being honest, and I know, a lot of people may not feel this way, I do not think that him re-signing with Eddie was a good idea. Who does Eddie have at Matchroom at 154 for Boots Ennis?
I think it's a good idea only because Eddie seemed like he really trying to give Boots good opportunities as far as fighting in his hometown and stuff like that.
Any promotional company could do that.
He did a good job of keeping them busy. He wasn't busy at Showtime.
I mean, if he take any of those fights that Turkey giving him, they're not going to be in Philadelphia.
But here's my thing, right? And JB, you said doing a good job of keeping him busy, making cross-promotional fights. So why doesn't he just go to where all the smoke is that he wants the niggas to, like, I don't understand that.
Well, he basically, Eddie Hearn is working with Turkey Ali Sheik, though. So he basically, got the right guys for us to promote him. He'll be able to lock in with Turkey and get him some big fights. It's just that you want to tune up right now, and Turkey Ali Sheik don't want no part of it. That's why he wants to work.
But I thought Boots also said he don't want to fight in no fucking Saudi Arabia.
Hey, look, this.
Yeah, but Turkey putting on Ring Magazine events here in the U.S. So,
but we just agreed that the fights that he puts on in the U.S. is kind of like mid compared to the ones that he's putting on in Saudi, i.e. the Canelo card, i.e. the one on November 22nd. That shit is fire. But the Canelo undercard, we still don't know. It's being built like a Toys R Us kid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Still America's Got Talent tryouts going on for the September card, which is right around the corner.
Hey, can I say something real quick? So look, where's all the smoke at 154? What promotional companies that they signed with? As I can see, they all spread it out for real. You got Virgil over Golden Boy. You know what I'm saying? You got Xander Zayas over it's all spread it out.
It's all at PBC, bro. PBC.
They are with the zone though.
Second. Last time I checked, only fight. I'm gonna say this again on every panel. Only fights that's hard to make in 2025 is Tank and Shakur. Third, I'm gonna say this. When Benavidez said that he made the fight with what's the guy name that he started to fight from London?
The Yard.
When he said he made the fight with the Yard, his promoter said, man, Turkey did that in 24 hours. So everything is everything. I'm not gonna keep blaming Eddie Hearn, man. If the guy don't want to take fights, he don't want to take fights. If he got something else going, if he got something else going, I could bet my last dollar. If Boots call up Eddie Hearn and say, try to make this fight happen, Eddie Hearn gonna try his best to make it happen. There's nothing wrong with Eddie Hearn when it comes to Boots. We gotta stop blaming him for shit.
Hold on, Rich. Hold on, because I want to offer a little pushback, right? You said that, Turkey was able to make that fight in 24 hours. That's not necessarily true. Somebody else was offered that fight before Anthony Yard. They turned it down. So not only do the money have to be right, apparently niggas gotta also want to fight you for whatever amount of money. I
said Benavidez, promoter, manager, whoever he is, y'all know who he is. He said when they did business with Turkey, he did it in 24 hours. That's what he said out of his mouth.
Yeah, you talking about Samson, but
yeah, he said that out of his mouth. I'm going by what he said. The only fight that's hard to make that we keep bringing up promotional this, promotional that is Tank and Shakur, man.
We're not talking about no damn Tank and Shakur right now. Stay on topic.
I'm saying that's the only hard fight that's promotional, that's switching companies. Everybody else doing it. Everybody
Yeah,
else
look at
doing it now.
the guys that you're
Hold
talking
on, Rich.
Everybody else
Hold
doing
on, Rich.
I mean, you like to ramble
Who
and
was
shit,
that?
nigga.
Who else? Who was that before Anthony Yard that took that fight? That was offered the fight with David Benavidez that said no, and then Anthony Yard took the fight for the very
Callum
cheap
Smith.
amount of money.
Callum Smith, yeah, he ducked the
Okay,
fight.
so then it's not just about the money and Turkey being able to make fights in 24 hours. Niggas also gotta want to fight you.
Yeah, but Ty,
That's what
hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. You
what I
rambling
said.
right now. You rambling right now. Hold on, bro. When you got two guys like Yardy and Benavidez that don't duck smoke, it's easy to get a fight done. But you comparing it to a pussy nigga like Shakur, man, that's a whole different story, man. Cut it out, bro.
What's up, No Cap?
There's a lot of capping going on once again.
Well, get us straight then. What's going on? Get us straight then.
First of all, Turkey wanted Benavidez to fight Caleb Smith on Alcatraz. And Benavidez said no. Turkey wanted Bivol to defend his belt against David Benavidez. That shit ain't happen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the WBC
turned down the fight.
fight Benavidez. Turkey ain't make that happen. But fucking Sharad Hussein just moved up to 54. Ain't fought nobody yet, but he ducking people. Nigga last fight was the unification belt for the lineal title. The niggas is already talking about he ducking niggas. Like, this shit is ridiculous. Teofimo Lopez is a non-factor. He might as well retire. Nigga fights at 140 pounds. Ain't fought one elite fighter at 140 pounds. Nigga ain't not nobody else as Richard Comey, nigga. Nigga, I don't even know what year that was, nigga. That was before COVID or some shit.
Yeah, he had the power. He went up to from 135. He ain't had the same power at 140 for sure.
Jack Queen. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying, Eddie Hearn doing right by him, man. And we not gonna keep bringing up. Oh, he signed over here. He not signed to where all the fighters at. It's all I'm trying to say is that it's easy to make fights nowadays. It ain't too much really switching sides, promotional companies, how it was with Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence, or none of that type of stuff. It's not like that no more. That's all I'm trying to say. Y'all can call it a lie all you want, but it's obviously showing right now. You don't hear that shit going on. And the only time you hear it's going on is between some two fighters, man. And that's all.
Ain't no more different side of the streets.
Man, Eddie Hearn might be leading for promoter of the year this year, bro. What y'all talking about?
I see Eddie Hearn everywhere. Every fight I see him on. I don't know how it's like hard to like see that he doing definitely right by him.
What big fights Eddie Hearn made? What big fights Eddie Hearn made?
What you mean? What big fights? What big fights he tried to make and it didn't happen?
What big fights did he try to make? Okay, what big fights did he try to make?
Come on, man.
What big fights did he try to make? Quiet nigga pack.
That Virgil fight was there, earlier this year, but Boots wasn't ready.
Virgil ain't a big fight. Virgil never been a champion. Virgil never did shit.
I think that would have been a big fight. That fight been talked about since they both was at 147. That was supposed to be
they got history, man. They got history, so that is kind of a big fight, bro.
Man, that fight, like I said, that fight was supposed to be made, but they both was on the same page. Boots said he wasn't ready to move up to 154. They thought it was gonna be at 154. Eddie Hearn tried to make that fight. Eddie Hearn, like I don't know what this guy wanted. He just want to argue. I don't know. But it's not gonna work, man. The nigga tried to make fights for him. And
you said that 10 times already. Can I tell you why that fight was a scam?
I bet you my
Can I tell you? You said that 10 times already.
I bet you my last dollar Boots could call Eddie Hearn up and say, make this fight happen and try to make it happen, and Eddie Hearn would do it. That's all.
Okay,
That's
first
all
of all,
when
Boots at 154 when they tried to make that fight. Boots at 154 they tried to make that fight.
It seems like you know more about his business more than he do, because he wasn't.
You don't know about anybody's business. You make a lot of assumptions.
Eddie Hearn if he wasn't fucking with him like that.
What are you talking
about? No, Rich, it say no. It say no on his avatar, but it's a typo. It's supposed to say yes. Yes,
like if it was that bad,
don't talk to me, nigga.
If it was that bad, he would. I think Boots and his family would know what he's doing wrong more than y'all would.
What are you talking about? You a bitch in the mouth about nothing.
Funny as hell, yo.
Good by Boots.
This nigga going on tangents and shit, soliloquies about nothing.
That's what I'm talking about.
First of all,
Boots was at 154. It was never. It ain't even at 154 yet. They just used Boots' name to give Virgil some shine to get some shine off this nigga's back to try to hype this nigga name up because he ain't been panning out like they planned him to be a big star. This nigga has done nothing. Nigga Boots passed that nigga. He lapped this nigga twice. But when Boots was calling him out at 147, Virgil was a bigger name than Boots. Now Boots the bigger name. Nah. So he supposed to run and do some shit because y'all say so. But this nigga just unified the titles and got a lineal belt. Virgil ain't got no lineal belts. What Virgil been doing? Why he ain't got a lineal belt?
Virgil said he needed at least 5 years, bro. Now the 5 years is up.
Now this nigga Virgil hand hurt. Boots at 54, this nigga hand miraculously hurt. You know what I'm saying? When Boots is 50, ready for 54, I'm at 54 now. Virgil hand hurt.
This shit, man.
Y'all did y'all see the interview when they had Robert Garcia on the interview and they said they said he needed 5 years. He said, well, 5 years is up. Time is up then. He ain't denying or nothing.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to tell this one nigga over here.
That's 5 words. That's 5 years.
So here's the thing, right? So hold on, Rich. So you okay? I don't know if y'all saw the interview that the young man did when they were talking about making the fight with Boots. They said that Eddie offered them a low ball. Did y'all see that interview?
What you say? The interview? What you say?
That Eddie offered him a low ball. The nigga from where is he from? England?
Oh, Josh Kelly. Yeah, Josh Kelly from the UK.
Yeah, but just like 2 Cent said on her thing, that like I think 2 Cent said, I don't know if 2 Cent said or not, but somebody said like now he feel confident because Turkey paid him whatever he paid him. Like now he acting like he's supposed to get a certain amount of money, but nobody remember when Eddie Hearn paid that guy extra money to fight Boots. Nobody remember that though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
they don't want to get Eddie no points for effort, bro.
And that's the thing though. This is the thing, frequent. Fuck all of this A for effort type of shit, right? When you're a promoter, your job, you know what I'm saying, as a promoter, is to make sure that the fights get made for your guy. So if you
sign with Eddie so they can just take easy money from him. That's why they sign with Eddie.
If you all here lowballing niggas, are you really doing your job? Just like when the fucking Karen fight almost went to purse big fucking around with Eddie.
Eddie can't get shit done. Niggas go over there to get that guaranteed pay.
Eddie is not Turkey, man. Eddie can't offer what Turkey offers, so you know. Turkey gonna have a big bag.
Turkey made Eddie absolutely.
Eddie doing the fight, it's gonna be the small bag.
Turkey said, "Come on, Eddie, you can still be my little man." So he get the crumbs off the table. Eddie is Turkey.
This is the problem. This is the problem. Like y'all, I don't know what's up with y'all niggas. Y'all be capping and caping for Turkey and now for Eddie. Y'all been doing this shit for Eddie for a long time too, bro.
Nasty work it is.
I just don't understand this, yo. The nigga is trash, ass, usada.
The white man's ice is always colder to these niggas.
You know what I'm saying? I don't understand this.
Who said that?
This black on black crime, man. Cut it out, y'all.
Look at all these niggas out here because you shit right, but this nigga saving lives out here. Nigga getting feeding the starving. Nigga, this nigga Eddie Hearn ain't did shit.
Black on black crime again.
I got your recommendation, Miss Barbara, and he will be next Thursday. I promise. I wrote him down.
God, my nigga no cap have me rolling, man.
Oh my God. No, I can't. Nah, but I'm just saying, frequent. Okay, so you tell me, frequent. What is Eddie doing that's so great for Shakur and what is going on? Somebody tapping my shit?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
That was a good fight with Shakur and Zapata. Y'all don't think that was a big deal.
And Eddie made
There's a lot of anticipation leading up to the fight.
Or did Golden Boy make that fight?
I thought it was both of them.
Eddie, they all made it happen.
You stutter like a motherfucker. You sure about that, Rich?
No, but no. As far as Boots though, Eddie really he been putting on for Boots, man. You know what I'm saying? He got Boots headlining shows. He got Boots headlining cards in his own town. Like what more can he ask for? And he trying to do it again.
Shakur is an
said the way that Eddie Hearn is invested in Boots with trying to make the fights for him, and Boots wanted because I seen in the interview, I just saw this interview, I didn't even know Boots said hell yeah. He said when they asked him would he fight Teo, he said hell yeah. I didn't even see that interview until like yesterday. I didn't even know he said some shit like that.
Where you saw that?
Go and look it up. You want me to put it in the chat?
No. See, this is
when
what I'm
he
talking
said
about,
that?
bro.
You see that jab point? That man said hell yeah and turned it down.
You could tell Eddie Hearn believe in Boots though. You know, he vested in him.
True. That's
what I'm trying to say. So when people say that he ain't doing right, what you want him to do? What the fuck you want him to do? Like, what did you really want him to do? Get the Brian Norman? You obviously he ducked. He didn't want to pay. He tried to overprice himself. What did you
Well,
want
who
him
you
to do?
talking about though? Who said no Eddie Hearn? Who?
Man,
he talking about Brian Norman. Brian Norman.
Yeah, obviously. So what did he do wrong for Boots at 147?
Who said he did something wrong?
I did. Besides,
only thing I could think of is the mix up about the Virgil Ortiz thing.
And almost
I don't think it was a mix up. I think it was a last minute call out. Like, hold on, man, I ain't ready to go up to 150.
He lost the purse bid for Karen. That's one thing.
That's what I just said. Thank you, D1.
I mean, but yeah, they wasn't on the same page though. Because Boots,
promotion. Eddie Hearn be the
saying he wasn't trying to do that. Boots wanted the belt.
Not on the same page with him. That's your star fighter.
Boots wanted the belts, but Eddie Hearn was trying to get him the biggest fights. That's what it was. Boots wanted to get a belt because Boots felt like he ain't never get to win no belt in the ring. And so he wanted to beat one of them champions at 147 before he went up.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? But Eddie Hearn was just trying to get him a big fight. So he tried to get him the Virgil fight.
So he let the shit go to purse bid. So anyway, what's up, D1? I don't know if you just got here, if you privy on all the topics we covered already. But I'll go back over it. So I discussed Rick Glazier and his bitch ass. Shakur and Teo, the Clout-Chase race. And then Bud, how you think that weight look on Bud?
He looks slow. I heard Rich up here talking about, man, you look good. You motherfuckers see anybody in the ring shadow boxing, you motherfuckers lose your mind. That's just crazy.
Nah. Hey, look,
I hear you though, Rich. I hear you.
I was just.
It's all good.
I was just.
He looks sluggish to me. You look sluggish. You look like you got too much weight, like he just started camp yesterday.
Mr. Greg said that too. Mr. Greg said he looked a little slow.
That's the problem, guys. Listen, bro. Terrence Crawford in peak shape needs to be at 40 or 47. All that quick twitch and the way he slips and counters and shit, bro. He's got to be down there, bro. He's got to cut weight to get there. Coming in at a barely no cut, this shit is not looking good for him. I was glad to see VADA came out and finally addressed all of our fucking talking points.
Well, actually, the reason that he posted this is because underneath it, he said he's suing all you motherfuckers. He's putting cases on all you bitches.
I hope he puts one on me, because as soon as I seen
cases on all you niggas. That's what he said.
As soon as I seen this, I dropped a video about it.
Bud just trying to scare y'all. That's what he's trying to do. Because he tired of y'all hating on him.
This is the first time
he tired of y'all hating on him.
2020. This is the first time he's tested since 2020.
I know.
This don't mean shit. This don't prove nothing.
No, they didn't test for Earl. They didn't test for Earl fight.
He hasn't tested since 2020, bro.
See, the thing is,
I thought Earl was pushing for him to test. I thought Earl was pushing for him to test, and they tested something.
It doesn't matter. They can say he's a fighter all they want. He's on medical exempt.
Maybe that was one of his stipulations. He ain't want no testing. He wouldn't fight unless there was no testing. Ain't no telling what the fuck happened with that.
But see, that's what I'm saying. You can't post stuff like this, and then later down the timeline, I see somebody post this. So
this is crazy work, man.
What's wrong with that?
Bro, we don't look at Victor the same way.
You know, frequent gonna cap Haney in the picture, man.
I mean, it is what it is, guys. I can't trust Victor Conte. You guys can run around capping and caping and doing all that folk shit because your favorite fighters got on the snack shirt. I can't do it, bro. I don't trust Victor Conte. I'm not saying these guys are taking shit knowingly. They're taking what Victor's giving them. There's nobody that.
But even if they don't know it,
nah, D1.
How do you know what you're putting in your body?
There's no telling that Victor isn't just giving them shit without their fucking.
D1,
He's
we're
just
not
giving
gonna
them
give them that.
smack.
We're not gonna give these niggas that.
They
They
could
know
sue.
Victor
They could
Conte is
sue
the
Victor.
king of
Why would Victor
steroids,
put himself
and
in
that's why they
harm's
went
way
over
like
there.
that? Where
They
they
over
could
there
sue
because
him?
he's the
No,
king of
what do you mean? These
steroids.
guys sought Victor out. They went to go get him.
Hold on,
They went.
D1. Frequent. To your point, you said why would they do that knowing
I
to make
said,
the position?
why would Victor put himself in harm's way like that? Why would he be slipping them some illegal stuff that they don't know that he's giving them? So when they pop dirty, they can
No, they
sue him.
definitely know. They know, nigga. That's why they went over
They
there.
know. They
Pop
know he's
dirty.
giving them. They
They're
went to
not
go get
going.
Oh,
him.
so okay, y'all was saying at first y'all was saying
They're not
he was
gonna
probably
pop.
slipping them some stuff that they didn't
I
know.
didn't say
Nigga,
no
one
shit like
person
I'm
that.
said that. How
saying.
you get
D1
y'all
just
as
said
one
that. Didn't you
person?
say that,
I'm
D1?
saying that fucking.
So
We
how do
don't
I
know
say
what these
y'all?
guys giving me. They probably don't know. They're fighters, bro. They show up. They take what the fuck they're told to take, and they punch on the bag, and they
No, I don't
spar
believe that.
18
I don't agree with that, D1.
Yeah,
I
you heard
Because
promise
Bud
I
you,
anyway,
say
think
that.
hell,
Victor Conte is
listen.
taking their blood. I think he's taking their blood so he can know what they're allergic to, what they
they
can't
not
have,
allergic
and
to
all of that
shit.
stuff,
They
and the
ain't
Man, shut
best
allergic
up
to
with
mix
that
shit.
corny
for 'em.
shit, nigga.
And then
We
They
he
don't
know
want to
he
giving
hear all
them
creates an
that.
allergy.
natural,
He creates an allergy.
wholesome
We don't want
He
to hear
nutrition.
creates
all
an
that
That's what he's
allergy.
bullshit,
doing,
nigga.
bro.
Say all that dumb
How the
Yeah,
shit.
he's
fuck all of a
wholesome.
sudden you 47 years old and however the hell Bud is, and all of a sudden now you got low testosterone with 8 fucking kids? Miss me
And
with
we
the
would never
bullshit.
He
know.
giving them
Listen,
good
he can
isotopes,
have
bro.
low testosterone. Victor can give him all the testosterone he fucking needs because he's on a medical exemption list. They don't. It's fucking. It's crazy. Like he can give him whatever the fuck he wants, and you can't ask or tell because of HIPAA laws.
Hey, Ty.
Hey,
That's why
D1,
he
the
There's a,
doesn't.
isotopes better than the real thing, huh?
hold on, freaking. Hold
I'll
on, hold
leave
on,
Hold
it.
on,
Ty.
frequent. Hold on, frequent.
There's
What's up, Cash?
there's an interview out there where Victor Conte is saying, what's it, it might have been with Marty, where he says that Bud said, talking about Victor's talking about what Bud said to him on the phone. He's like, I know what you do. I know
Oh
your
yeah,
history,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I want
yeah.
to be with
I
you. It's
want
like,
in.
I want
what's
in.
this
I
nigga's
want in.
history, man? His
I
history is
want
cheating,
in.
nigga.
I
Shit.
know who you are, what you do, and I want
And I
some.
want in. And I want
Yeah, let
in.
me in
Yep.
this shit.
Man, hey, y'all should get some warrants for Terrence Crawford, man.
Nah, don't worry. The feds are gonna come down on Victor
I
one
was
day.
No, call the cops on him.
now
They're,
let
Call
me
the
tell you.
look,
cops.
you guys
Look,
need
ain't
to
nobody
study
calling
this
no
shit.
fuzz. Ain't nobody calling
They
no
called the
fuzz.
cops on Devin. Call the cops on him.
Who called it? No, Devin's the cop caller, baby. Who called the
Devin's
cops on
baby
Devin?
mom never called the cops, or else he'd be in the same
Yeah.
predicament Tank is in right now.
Well, something
Come
happened.
on,
That's
let's not talk about that,
all
bro.
right.
All right.
Anyway, moving on. So you think he looks slow? I think he looks no cap. You saw the video of Bud
Yo,
when he
he's shadow boxing though, y'all. Why y'all think he's slow? He's shadow boxing. He's not trying to be exclusive.
Yeah, he's just going through the motions there. Yeah, I mean, he looks a
Looks
little
pretty
heavy.
damn good to me.
Yeah,
Do we know
I'm
Cap?
about to post a
Yeah.
fucking video of shadow boxing. I probably look just as good.
His leg look like
Man, I don't
That's the
want to
old
hear
one
none of
though.
this. He dared to be
Look
great
my way.
bullshit. I don't want to hear none of
That's
this. He
old, ain't it?
dared to be
Getting
I
great.
ready
would
to
see
This
that a
cap
nigga
while
gonna
out.
get
ago.
his head thumped, man.
You must think getting ready
oh,
to
See, I'm
he's
cap
better
out.
off
definitely
not talking about
daring to be great. We
talking
gotta
about
put
Bud
that in there,
Blood.
bro. He moving up 2 weight
I don't want
classes.
to hear none of that shit when this nigga get beat up. Shut up, nigga.
The only suspect thing I
He
can
moving up 2 weight
blood on
classes, man. What you talking about,
The
bro?
real
Why
reason
you
that
wanna
shit
hate
is
on
good.
Bud? I see why
One
he's
at a
suing y'all
time. One at
niggas,
a
man.
time. Hold up.
The
I
Stop
real
see
being
why
reason
Bud
dumb.
trying to sue y'all,
Stop.
man. Y'all hating
Be
on him,
quiet,
bro.
frequent. Frequent, be quiet. What you say, D1?
the real reason I came up here is to say good job on getting that fucking Dick Glazer video, getting him tossed out of the fucking joint, because that's where all of this shit stems from Rick Glazer.
Oh, thank you.
Fucking
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
thrown.
yeah.
You know how long I've been looking for that?
I got you, baby. If you want it, I got you.
You got
That
Listen,
shit
it. Should
funny.
have
I
ended up in
got you.
short. Dude, that shit will end up in a short tomorrow morning in a funny ass joint too. I can't wait.
Hell yeah, I got you.
This is
Yes.
hilarious.
He getting thrown the fuck out of a boxing of a PBC event because you always talking shit, but yet you want to be up in there. No.
He got on a big leg fucking stage pass and shit. And like, get out
I
of
hate
here.
Rick Glazer.
I
I don't
hate
even
his
know
ass
shit about
too.
him. I just seen him on a panel one time, and I was like, man, shut the
Lying,
fuck up.
lying about some shit. I'm sure.
He always
As
lying about
usual.
shit.
Always hating on the PBC. That's all he do. That's all he does is hate on the PBC. But yeah, I just wanted to, I thought I'd let y'all know that Bud said he putting cases on all you niggas, you know what I'm saying? For slandering his good Christian name. So, know what y'all gonna do, boy.
Ain't Victor Conte VADA?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what
No,
I say.
he
No
ain't
cap.
VADA, man. Come on, man. He don't got no
Yes, it is.
affiliation with
Stop it.
VADA, bro.
Lies. Cap. All cap, no fact.
Why? I don't know why y'all making that connection right there.
What?
Huh?
See,
Him and the owner of VADA had a fallout. Yeah.
This what got your ass tossed up off this panel last week with this goofy nonsense. What is you talking about? Come on, man. You gotta stop this shit.
No, that's true though. They had a fallout. Him and the chick, what's her name?
Margaret.
Margaret Goodman.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, they had a fall. They fell out, and that's why
distributing
They fell
supplements.
out. Why?
I don't know, but I know they fell out or whatever. But in the early stages, he did have something to do with it. Like he was, I think he was like giving them information and like help found it or whatever,
So
or something like that. But
he's still just pushing VADA just because he's a good Samaritan.
he ain't tied to it no kind. He ain't on the board or nothing like that. With VADA, that's like they separate.
So he just talk about VADA just because he like what they do.
No, yeah, because they got the random testing. That's why VADA. Man, before this stuff when Ryan Garcia popped dirty, man, everybody agreed that VADA was the best testing agency because they was the ones that was doing the random testing and all of that. That was the big thing. But now I don't know how VADA fell from grace all of a sudden. Now all of a sudden VADA fell from grace all of a sudden,
I'll
man.
tell you how. First of all, VADA ain't never been, kumbaya to me because if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Mayweather pushing USADA or the Olympic style drug testing? Wasn't that what Mayweather was pushing? This whole VADA thing, to my recollection, came in with Victor Conte.
No, see, but the thing with that though, the Olympic style testing, when you out of competition, they don't test for certain things. Where VADA was testing
Olympic
for
style
the
testing
same
is just
things
random blood
all
testing.
year round.
People say
And
Olympic
they also and VADA also they came up with the random testing. VADA came up with the random testing.
Olympic style
Frequent,
testing is random blood testing, which the
VADA only tests when you have a fight. What are you talking about?
365 24/7 is all is in and out of competition, y'all.
We're not gonna
Ain't nobody signed up for that shit.
No such thing.
Devin is signed up to it right now. What you talking about,
signed
bro?
up a year though. They ain't even tested the nigga a whole year. So what's the point? He the only nigga signed up with this shit.
Devin got cheated, so he trying to be an advocate for clean boxing, bro. So
Frequent. Let me ask you a question.
I'm not gonna keep allowing you on my panel if you're gonna continue with this bullshit, bro.
If Devin has been signed up for
I'm
365,
telling the truth though.
Shut up,
No,
nigga.
you're not.
Damn, hold on, nigga. Calm down. If Devin's been supposedly signed up for 365 since November of last year, why the fuck did he have to re-sign up for this goddamn 16 weeks? You dumbass nigga. Like, think before you speak, my nigga.
What that was in the contract? What you talking about, bro?
Hold
They
on.
put it. He made Turkey out. She put it in the contract for B Norm.
So Frequent. Here's the thing, right? If Devin, as per the website, and I got the image. Let me try and find it. Per the website, right? He signed up from November, right, of last year. But then if you go to their website, it says that he didn't sign up till after his fight with Ryan. So which one is it? Because they didn't fight until April. So it's some conflicting information going on around here. You understand? Hello?
You was going in and out. I mean, I couldn't understand.
I heard you perfectly fine. I don't know what's wrong with this Mike.
Maybe it's my internet because it's raining out here where I'm at.
Well, stop stealing cable. But what I was saying is,
I said I ain't here. I just wanted you to say it again. Dang, I gotta be lying.
Whatever, Frequent.
It's unbelievable.
They agreed to all the Devin hating terms. So why you still bringing it up?
Because he can't help himself. He can't help himself.
No, y'all. That's crazy. Y'all bring up Devin Haney, and then I can't talk about him but y'all brought him up, bro.
Olympic style test is just random blood testing.
Y'all asked me why Devin. Y'all said
what they do it for 16
y'all
weeks.
said Wait, so y'all think that 365 24/7 testing ain't real? Y'all think it ain't no such thing?
I
All
don't
that shit
believe
is
it.
real, nigga.
The delusion is epic,
Who
yo.
doing this shit? Who did the shit? What fight did the shit?
Canelo did it. Nonito Donaire was the first person ever to do it. It's a
Nonito
bunch of other people who did it.
I don't believe that shit either because when is the last time Nonito Donaire fought?
Yo, this just like the situation where he was talking about with Boots, how it seemed like everybody lying about the tune-up thing. You know, we want to say everybody lying about
Now
that
we jumping
word
back to Boots.
tune-up because it's the same thing. Now everybody lying about 365 testing because Canelo said it,
Everybody's lying.
Nonito
I said
Donaire said
Devin's
it,
lying.
Devin said, so everybody's lying.
You lying.
Now we got everybody. You named 3 people. That's everybody. Because
ain't
I don't know
got
what the fighters signed up for.
It's
What other
promotional
fighters are signed up
companies and
for? What other?
media. A lot of people
That's a
talking about
fucking lie.
365
That's a
testing.
fucking lie. Frequent. Who else is signed up for 365, babe?
Nobody. And if you know anything about the Canelo situation, all he did was some extra testing. He didn't do a whole year of testing. 365 means a fucking year at least.
No,
nigga.
he did a whole
didn't do
2
no
years.
year
What
of
you talking
testing.
about, bro?
The fuck you talking about? Canelo
What you
didn't
mean he
do
did
a
a
year
couple
of
months?
testing, nigga. That's what I'm talking
He did
about.
a whole 2 years from what
No,
I
he did
understood.
not do 2 years of testing, you stupid ass nigga. You need to go, nigga, you don't know what you talking about, bro. You just yapping. That's what I'm
How
saying.
long
You like
he
to
did
just yap.
testing for? How long he did testing for, man?
Nigga,
From my
not a year.
understanding, he only
Not
did the
even close
testing
to a
to
year,
prove
nigga.
that he
How you know? You don't even know
that
how
his
long
meat
he
wasn't
did testing
tainted.
for. These dudes be
Go
making
find
up
out,
stuff,
nigga.
bro.
You making up shit, nigga. You talking about 2 years. He did it for 2 years. Man, shut your goofy ass up. Nigga might have did it for some couple months or something, man. Not no fucking 2 years.
No, Victor Conte and Canelo said they did it for a year, bro.
Victor Conte said. Rich
nigga a clown,
Glazier
man.
said. Y'all believe the craziest people,
This
man.
nigga's a clown.
Y'all run with the craziest people's stories, yo.
Dang, now that's crazy.
So
That's like
here's the
when
thing,
the
right?
lady Margaret Goodman said that when the lady Margaret Goodman talks about 365 testing, and y'all want to tell the owner of the company that she lying.
What are you
This
talking
is the
about?
delusion is
These
crazy.
dudes, some of these guys, they hang on rich
She
guys.
literally, the lady Margaret Goodman literally explained that other companies like USADA and stuff, when they do the Olympic style testing, they have a separate test for
Frequent, why you
for
keep
out of
talking about
competition.
this, bro?
Because
Stop.
y'all act like it. How y'all act? She
Everybody, hold
literally
on.
said that, and y'all act like she lying.
Ty, let me say this real quick.
How's the lady lying?
Shut up, nigga. The whole thing about Margaret Goodman talking about testing is really null and void because VADA don't test, you dumbass nigga. So just shut the fuck up because you don't know nothing about what you talk about, bro. You just yapping. Quit yapping so damn much to protect Devin, nigga. Damn, he's not your kid, nigga. He ain't your baby mama or none of that.
And about why would the
Calm your
lady be
ass
talking
down.
about in and out of competition testing and how they administer
Yeah, and VADA don't test.
they
VADA don't do
schedule
no
tests
testing.
all
So
year
what difference
round.
does it make what she was talking about?
All year round, she said, but
Shut
you
up,
say
nigga.
she lying now.
Okay, so I'm getting ready to play something that 2 Cents
Because the
sent me.
application is not on the website.
About to
That's
play
dumb
shit,
as
nigga.
hell.
Shut up.
Frequent, are you finished? I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, bro. All right, hold on.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, you good pretty much in anything you do. I will give you that.
But if
But you will cheat. You will cheat.
Hey, look, everybody keep saying I'm cheating for no reason.
You will cheat.
Shakur said that to him before too.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, you good pretty much in anything you do. I will give you that. But you will cheat. You will cheat.
Hey, look, everybody keep saying
Zone team busting them out.
Hey, Jad Queen, you would make a badass prosecutor, man.
I know. Slip that right in there.
Hey, what the fuck? Hey.
Oh my God. Shout out to
But look,
Tucson with the alley-oop, boy. Came right on time with that.
Oh, y'all double teamed it, huh?
man, y'all crazy, man.
Listen. No, but I mean, listen, and I heard Shakur say that about him before too. He always cheated.
Yeah, I heard the same thing. They say that
know?
he cheated everything.
So
They know that. They know
Jab
Bud
Queen,
better
do
than
you
all these niggas on
think
these
that
damn
Bud
panels. They
cheating
know
though?
that nigga better than all you niggas.
Do I think
In all
Bud is cheating?
seriousness, Jab Queen, do you think that Bud cheating?
Yes.
Yeah, that nigga cheating,
Yes.
motherfucker.
And I'm
Let
gonna tell
her
you why. I'm not
answer
gonna
it,
just say,
man.
hold
Be
on.
quiet, man.
Can you
Shut
hear
your
me
ass up,
frequent?
nigga.
What you say?
Can you hear
I
me?
didn't hear you because he was yapping his mouth. He was yapping.
He was yapping.
Yes,
Yeah, I hear you now.
think he's okay. Yes, I do think Bud is cheating, and here's why. When you have your trainer saying that you have a scientist helping you get ready for a Canelo fight, that's a little suspicious. I've never heard anybody say they have a scientist in their camp.
A mad scientist at that.
A
Why he gotta
mad
be
scientist.
mad?
You
Why he gotta
think
be
he
mad?
cheated 2 cents?
So let me finish giving you my explanation. Frequently, you asked me a question. Let me finish answering it, right? So outside of the fact that he said that he has a scientist assist him with their training for the Canelo camp, originally when he contacted Victor Conte, he said, I know what you do and I want in. We all know what Victor Conte has done. If you watch the documentary on Netflix, it is still up there if you would like to go watch it. Also, I have seen his gloves look very suspicious on several occasions in several fights. You hear plenty of people, this man, I forgot, I couldn't even see his face, but him, as well as Shakur, has stated that Bud will cheat. Honestly, yes, I do think that if he has the opportunity to cheat, he will.
So you think Canelo cheating too?
I don't know what the hell Canelo on, but I know something going on in Reynoso camp. You be a fool to
Oh
not
man,
believe
that's
something
what
going
I'm
on.
talking about. That's the wrong answer.
How the hell you gonna ask me my opinion and tell
No,
you
yeah,
it's
that's the wrong answer.
Hang on, but frequent. You believe Conte so much. Why you don't believe Conte about Canelo? After Conte told Canelo to clear his name, why you don't believe him when Conte said Canelo went and got a hair follicle? Hold on, let me get it out before you get emotional. When he said Canelo went and got a hair follicle sample, and that shows everything. Conte says that. And when he told him to go track down the meat, so why you don't believe Victor on this, nigga? Like you can't pick choose when you believe Victor, nigga.
Because when every time before Canelo and them be getting ready to fight, Eddie Reynoso be like, I don't care who first or who last, we gonna duck and juice at the drop of a dime, baby. And then they start juicing. That's the juice crew, bro. How many people that can't pop dirty?
You went all around my question, nigga. But it's all good, little baby.
I thought Canelo was on 365 though.
Shit.
I thought Canelo was on 365. How he
Get him, no
juicing?
cap. Get him.
How he juicing? He on
Come on,
365.
look, no, but this is the thing. I ain't got no problem with you saying that you think
like
Bud.
now. Here's the thing.
I ain't got no problem with you saying that you think that Bud cheating, but for you to say you don't think Canelo cheating and he's in the juice crew and all these dudes coming out popping dirty, you got zero suspicion for him?
2 years. You just said Canelo.
How you got zero suspicion for Canelo? That's
Who
what's
said they
crazy
got
right
zero
here.
suspicion, Flyer? Who said that? Who said they got zero suspicion, Flyer? Who said that? See, this is what y'all like to do. Y'all like to use these extreme absolute words to try to stir up shit to get people to argue with you. Like, cut it out, frequent. Like that shit
It's
getting
clearly
annoying, bro. Nobody
it's
said he
clearly
wasn't
not the
suspicious.
same energy.
And how you gonna talk over me, bro? And you
Because I
cannot
was
tell
talking
people.
and you just jumped in and started
And
saying
you
that.
cannot tell people how to think, bro. Like, when y'all gonna stop that?
I'm not trying to tell her how to think. I'm just saying it's diabolical that she has zero smoke for Canelo, but all this smoke for Bud.
I just said he gotta be cheating. The whole fucking Reynoso camp is dirty. Did you not hear me say that?
She did say that.
You didn't say that at first before I said what I said. You didn't say that before I said what I said.
Nah, she said she don't know. She said I don't know. It's the whole camp.
Exactly. Now she's switching
just
it
said
up because
Canelo
I
on
said that was the
365
wrong
and
answer.
clean. You just said Canelo
I
was on
said that was the
365
wrong
in 2
answer,
years.
and then she switched it up.
You just said Canelo's on 365 for 2 years, nigga.
Talking. I said
That was
like,
before. That was in the past, bro.
For 2 years.
That was in the past, but this the point. He popped dirty before, and he's in the Juice Crew, and all his
And he
whole
was on
team is popping
365. So
dirty.
the
How come
They
365
Terrence
don't
popping
work.
dirty
Crawford is
left and
not
right
at
like popcorn. They
365?
popping.
How come Terrence
They
Crawford
popping
not at
like popcorn.
365? How come Terrence
They
Crawford not
popping
in
like
365?
pop.
How come Terrence Crawford not in 365? He been being accused of this ever since that documentary came out.
How come you said you were suspicious earlier, but didn't say the reason why you were suspicious? and had Clay and Ray over there arguing. That's what I want to know.
Since 365 is the answer to prove you clean, how come Terrence Crawford didn't sign up for 365 2 years ago when the allegations started coming?
2 years ago, I ain't know it happened 2 years ago. I thought it just started happening recently.
Y'all just said
All
ever
of this
since
started
y'all
happening
said
after the
ever
Ryan
since
Garcia
he
fight.
beat Spence.
Hold up.
Y'all been saying
Because
ever
if that's
since
the
he
case,
beat
hold on.
Hey,
Because
Frequent.
if he is so innocent, right? Frequent, and you said you just thought it just came out right last year. Then how the fuck
I ain't say he innocent.
How did Donito Donaire be on 365? He ain't fought since when?
Hey, Frequent.
No, I said Nonito Donaire was the first person to sign up for 365 when it first started.
When did he sign up?
That was a long time ago when the program first started. He was the first person.
When did the program start?
I don't remember. What it was, 2011 or something like that? I think it was 2011.
This how we're gonna sum it up, right? Because it might be some fans that just not biased. How many of y'all think Terrence Crawford cheating as an Earl Spence fan that's on this panel?
I don't think
all the Earl Spence fans think you cheated.
No, on the real, I'm an Earl Spence fan.
That's
I
so
think he picked
dumb,
Earl
bro.
for
That
that
ain't got
fight.
nothing to. So Victor ain't got
I
nothing to
picked
do with it,
Earl
huh?
for
It's
that
Earl
fight.
Spence.
I don't think he cheated because of Victor.
Forget
I think he
Victor. It's
cheated with them
Earl.
gloves. Them gloves are
Man,
suspect. If y'all niggas want to,
I ain't know y'all was gonna go crazy like that, man. God damn.
No, I picked Earl. I picked Earl though, but I don't think he cheating though. I picked Earl.
I just said not all Earl Spence fans biased. I'm just saying how many people that think Terrence Crawford.
Stop saying it's biased. Like we don't give y'all all this information and reason we suspicious. Like that's dumb shit. Nigga,
so his
like
gloves were suspect.
Hey, Rich,
So his gloves
Earl
were
couldn't
painted.
see, bro. Earl couldn't see.
Hold on.
Earl didn't decompress.
Question. I said, give me a minute. Let me ask you a question, Rich. Given everything you know about Victor Conte, you're not suspicious of the fighters that currently calls up to him and immediately want to get up to him?
Yeah, you could you could definitely be suspicious of I'm not mad at y'all for being suspicious. That's one thing. Like y'all believe that. I would never be mad at what you believe, especially on some stuff like that. If a nigga been cheating before, and then what y'all say, because I don't really pay attention to that guy, but y'all say that he said some shit about that he could do something to the test. I would never take that away from y'all for feeling like that.
Oh no, he absolutely
fighters
said
you
that.
work, and they said, off the record, I've talked with Victor, and he says, we do all we can.
Why you don't want to take that away from them, bro?
Especially in helping form it. But he said Victor at the same time did admit he knows how to beat these tests as good as they are. What percentage of championship level notable fighters, what kind of estimate do you think are beating the system, are getting past VADA, WADA, USADA, any of them?
Well, first of all, let me say that USADA testing is not available to boxing.
Right.
Okay. And the reason is because they have stated
can hear me,
publicly that unless they control the testing, including the adjudication 100%, they don't want any boxers. So what I'm telling you is, at the moment, the only game in town with any credibility is VADA. Mm-hmm. So it is what it is. I mean, boxers can decide to be in or not. And VADA is much smarter, and the people they have, the scientific people advising them, have explained that if it's prohibited at all, it enhances performance and likely is dangerous. Therefore, the policy is all prohibited substances tested for at all times. And that's what VADA does. And that's more effective than what USADA does, or more effective. WADA doesn't even test, they just accredit the laboratories. And they might, on a target basis, if they have human intelligence, might do a couple hundred tests a year, but not many. So Is it possible to circumvent? Yeah, it is. You know, but the same people that know how to circumvent, like myself, the same ones that know how to catch it.
Well, Victor, the issue is, and I think the reason that you're so fired up is this goes to the core.
See, I see from what I see right there, I see him just honest, and he just answering honest questions, that he's actually putting himself out there, and I see that he trying to show, for real, I see that he trying to prove that, you know what I'm saying, he's not basically cheating. Because
Y'all keep
a guy like him, them type of guys, they gonna stay far away from the truth. They not even gonna say nothing
no.
like that. They
That's what
incriminate
I'm saying.
themselves
That's you
right
don't
now.
understand Victor personality. That's not true at all.
Man, that's
He's going
a
to put
guy.
it right in your face. He's going to put it right. He said himself in a documentary, if it ain't fun, I ain't doing it. See, y'all gotta watch the documentary, bro.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I just see a lot. What I was saying at the first time, I see a lot of people on here, man, that just hate Terrence Crawford or hate Earl Devin Haney. Like, I see it too for Shakur, but some of y'all just be saying some like hatred stuff about the person. It don't even gotta
So give
be
us
about
an
like.
example. Give us
It
an
don't
example.
even
And I
got.
asked y'all before to
I
stop
give
saying
y'all.
y'all.
I give.
No,
You talking
who
about
up
a
here,
specific
Rich?
person.
I could.
Who up here, Rich? Don't give
Name
me
them
no random
names.
people on the
Name
internet,
them
bro.
names.
Don't tell me
Nah,
random people you heard on a panel
The
on the
reason,
internet.
listen, that's the reason why I asked y'all that question. Like, I said, damn, all the people that like that say Terrence Crawford cheated is Earl Spence fans, because I done seen it. I done seen. Same with Devin Haney. Devin Haney go up there to fight the guy Brian Norman Jr. Now, like I done heard people say, "Oh man, Devin Haney ain't shit. He ain't never tried to fight nobody that was real good. That ain't nothing." I done heard people say that on these panels. That ain't
That's their opinion.
that's. But they know it's a lie. They
How?
know
That's
what they
their
saying out of
opinion,
their
bro.
mouth is a lie.
You
They
can't
just
tell
they just
somebody
don't
their
like the
opinion
guy.
is a lie, bro.
All right, man. Like I
If I
said,
say he ain't fought nobody, I hate him. Y'all gotta stop this. Like, that's
nah,
too emotional, bro.
it's underlying hate. It's not emotional, because I don't
Isaiah,
care
what's
about
up,
Devin
babe?
Haney. I don't care about none of these guys. I'm just saying I be seeing it. Sometimes you gotta
So
take
all those
yourself
people
out your
that saying
body and
Tank
look
ain't
at
fought
what you're
nobody,
doing.
they hate him, Rich. All those people that saying Tank ain't fought nobody, he a 30-year-old prospect, they hate him. They hate Tank.
Yeah, they some haters if they really serious about that. They some haters. They definitely some haters.
You
Yeah.
know,
What about
I
Terrence
think
Crawford gloves? What about them gloves that exploded on Magic Mall?
See,
I
here
mean,
go
not
this.
Magic Mall.
Here we go.
They should have stopped the match and made them niggas re-glove with Anabesia. Soon as that panic came out of the gloves, he knocked Anabesia out. Then Magic Mall make Terrence Crawford change his gloves, and he don't knock Magic Mall out. That was the end of the knockout streak. Then he suspected you. I ain't even talking about Victor Conte. That's what I'm suspect about for some damn gloves.
They don't care about him winning a fight with busted gloves. They don't care at all.
I feel like Terrence Crawford at 147, he could beat anybody from them years. He could beat anybody. I think if Danny Garcia and what's the nigga name that lost to Pacquiao, beat up Danny and all them that just fought, Keith Thurman. I feel like Terrence Crawford would have beat the shit out of all of them. I don't feel like that he had to cheat none of them guys, even that white guy that you talking about. I don't feel like he had to cheat none of them, man. I feel like he'd
So
beat the
because
shit
you
out
felt
of
like he
them.
would have won, it's okay for him to continue to fight with the busted gloves, is what you
I
saying?
mean, they let him fight with it, so that's that. You
How them
can't.
gloves?
What he
But
supposed to
they
do?
let Tank take a knee too, though. So
What he supposed to do? Volunteer? Hey, I'm not gonna fight no more. Look, hey,
y'all
here go
some
this.
hypocrites. Y'all are some
Come on,
hypocrites.
man. Like, they let him do that. So if they let him do that, then who is
They
we to
doing
really
something with them
complain?
gloves. Magic Ball caught him in the locker
Them
room.
gloves
They
is
had to change
garbage,
gloves.
dog. That's
so.
why when he came out with the Madrimov fight, them grants that he had on, because he busted out the last everlasting behind the fucking scenes. They had to change his shit to the grants. He ain't get a knockout. I wonder why.
Because he moved up to 154. That's why.
Yeah, all right.
He been out for over a year. That's why. And the guy that he was fighting,
Yeah, all right.
is a you know. Was all right. Was doing was
He was all right.
Gloves always
nah.
busted.
He was all right.
Gloves always
He
busted
was
open.
stout. The
Gloves
guy
are
that the guy
That's
that
what we asking you, Rich. Why the gloves always busted open?
gloves
Where
not
you do that
always
at?
busted, man.
It was back
That's
to
a
back.
great.
That
That's
man
a
got that
great
man. How
question,
many fights
Wendy.
he got? He
Rich,
got
how
that,
many
that man
times?
got
Question.
that
Rich,
man got
how many
almost
Hold
times
40.
on.
has
That
Y'all
man
Bud?
got
read.
almost
Y'all
40
read.
fights. How
Y'all
many
read his
times his gloves
question.
been busted?
Are you gonna make a thief the manager at a bank?
You said what?
facts, Windy City. We gonna start making career criminals bank managers and shit nowadays, or what? Would you do that?
Like y'all
Would you make a
can't. Yeah, like
career
I
bank?
find it really crazy that people sit up here and defend Victor Conte and then defend the boxers that he chooses that he wants to support because, as we know, he does not support all of them equally, right? Even the ones that may be enrolled in VADA, he doesn't really mention them as much as he mentions Devin and Bud. Why are those
Yeah,
two so special to him?
yeah. Because
That's
I
a
see
question.
because I seen Shakur with that shit on before, but I stopped seeing him with it on, like during his fights. Like, so I don't know if he's still fucking with him or not. But like D1 said before, I think D1 said that before. Not every fighter is with that is with Victor. That's like if you just getting endorsed by somebody, you just
I said
endorsing
that. I
something.
said that some of them use the snack product, but Victor out his own mouth said he has to work with you in order for him to consider this a working relationship. He got to take your blood. So maybe some of them
Yeah.
just strictly use the supplements, and some of them, as we know, are with him.
These
Yeah, so
guys are advertisements, bro. That's when you see snack on their trunks or the shirt. It's not always that they're working or gave Victor Conte their blood, bro. That's Victor Conte's brand buying advertisement space. It's the same thing as buying a billboard. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. I did say that on the panel before, Rich. Jacqueline
yeah.
definitely said it too. But that's not all fighters are working with him, bro. The ones that we know that gave their blood,
That he
they're all fucking
supports.
anemic. That he supports, they're all anemic. He pays for all of their fucking testing, everything that they got going on as far as testing and nutritional shit. He takes care of it, bro. He's a mad scientist. I don't even know how the fuck we even have these conversations. He shouldn't be allowed to give none of these guys no fucking supplements. I don't know
Can
how
I
much we gotta
interject
tell
something
y'all.
here?
Go ahead,
Sure.
Mr. Greg.
What's up, Mr. Gray?
For a sport that we call the sweet science, why are we complaining about a scientist? First of
Because
all,
he has absolutely nothing to do with boxing.
Different science.
the next point is on the busted gloves. Yes,
I knew he was getting ready to put his cape on and come cat. Come on, Mr. Greg.
you should have stopped a fight when gloves bust. The problem, however, is that nobody seems to understand or believe it's the fighter with the busted gloves who's at a disadvantage, not the person that he's beating.
Exactly.
Secondly, this is not Ali's gloves busted in a fight before. Riddick Bowe's gloves busted in a fight before. Holyfield's gloves busted in a fight before, and they still won those
They
fights.
heavyweights,
They're
Mr.
all
Greg.
200
But it's
Hold
still
on.
busted.
Hold on. Let me
Oh
finish.
But it's
Let
still
me finish.
busted gloves. It's still busted gloves. That's the point I'm trying to make. It's still
Mr.
busted
Greg,
gloves. If a
I have a
glove,
question.
yes, go ahead.
No, when you finish.
Okay. What I'm just saying is you have to look at the whole picture, not just parts of it. And when you bust your gloves, it has nothing to do with the gloves being loaded. Some gloves are just faulty at times. Sometimes you just hit at the right angle, you bust them. But you are supposed to stop the fight. That part you're right about. But it does not work to your advantage because you might be piecing this guy up. Sees you just like when the tape comes loose. And then you have to stop. The guy you beating up has an
Yeah.
advantage now because he
Get
gets to
all
rest up.
loose.
Why you gotta calm down, get your gloves, sometimes change gloves, sometimes get the tape done. So it's not to that fighter who has the busted gloves advantage just because the gloves are busted. If the gloves are loaded, there are a number of things that has to happen before that even takes place or for you even discover that. In the gym, in the locker room, when your gloves are being checked before you put them on. When you put the gloves on, they are checked. Now, I'm not saying people won't try it because we know they have, but if the controls that are in place don't happen like they're supposed to, you got to ask why that happened. Inexperienced people, was somebody paid off, et cetera, et cetera. Just like with uh, the guy who beat up Cotto, I can't think of his name right now. He got caught not because the controls were in place, but because Nassim Richardson, who was
Talking
experienced,
about Margarita.
Margarito, caught
Yeah.
it. Same thing with Felix Trinidad. It was
I was just about
Nassim
to say, Trinidad. I just did him as my throwback Thursday. Yeah,
I saw
Bernard
that.
Hopkins.
Yeah.
Bernard Hopkins coach caught him.
But it was Nassim. Yeah, that was Nassim Richardson both times. That caught Trinidad and we just said his
Margarito.
name.
Mr.
Yeah,
Greg, I got a
Margarito.
question before you get
Margarito.
done.
So it's experienced people.
Let
That's
him
why
finish,
you have a. That's why you have a team who has experience in different areas. So we can't just say it's the fighter who loaded the gloves. It's the fighter who busted the gloves. It's the whole team has to make sure your opponent doesn't have loaded gloves. It's the whole team that has to make sure all rules are being followed. If that doesn't happen, then things are going to look bad. But the busted gloves, it always perplexed me how somebody thought you won a fight because your gloves got busted a couple of times. But again, boxing is a science. Sports is a science. That's why there's sports medicine, which is science. All of those things come into play because you're talking about your respiratory system. We're talking about your punch resistance. We're talking about your breathing, your lungs, your strength. All of those things, that's part of science. So it shouldn't be odd that there's a scientist. Now, if you got somebody who has the reputation like Victor Conte, we've exhausted whether or not he should be suspicious or not because he told us he should, but he was trying to use reverse psychology, and you have to be able to catch that. He wanted to get in front of the fact that he knows people are going to be suspicious of him, so he used a little reverse psychology and said you should be suspicious of me, but it didn't go the way he
To
wanted
get
it to
people
go.
to relax. Yeah, I get
Anybody
that,
who
Mr.
works
Drake.
with him, I get it. Anybody who works with him has to live with the fact that you're going to be looked at side-eyed. I have no problem with that. But we have to look at the whole picture, not just certain parts of. Victor has pissed
Mr. Greg,
everybody
let me
off.
ask you something.
Hold
Yeah.
on, let him finish. Let him finish, Cash, and
I'm
then
just
I
gonna
actually
say,
have a question
I
of my
landed.
own.
I said Victor has disappointed, angered, pissed off everyone because he still can come in this last sport. He can't go nowhere else. So he's landed here, and it's usually fighters that look like us who end up getting caught in some way, shape, or form, or whose reputations get maligned because of him. So I understand all sides, but we gotta look at every aspect of it, not just the small parts that makes us, suspicious.
So I have a
Well,
question,
Mr.
Mr.
Go ahead.
Were you
about
finished? I'm sorry.
I'm finished. Yeah, I'm finished.
Okay, go ahead, Cash.
about these gloves, I see a lot of y'all Bud fans like to put up this smoke screen on his busted gloves and this tampering with his gloves and all this shit. Did you miss the interviews with him with Terrence and Bomac admitting that the gloves were busted before the fight happened? In the locker room they busted, and he went and took his ass and hopped his ass in the ring with busted gloves, bro. And Abanesian confirmed that shit too. You know what I mean? So both sides confirmed that these gloves were busted before the fight happened. It didn't happen during the fight. It was before they got in the ring. They busted in the locker room. The gloves got busted, and he still chose to pop his little happy cheating ass up in that ring with busted gloves. Now I don't want to hear all this. Busted gloves don't help you. This busted gloves.
They don't.
Listen, I've just like you. I've had boxing gloves on too, bro.
Right.
When you compromise the glove, it can help you in your when you land punches, bro. I'm sorry. There's a reason why you're not allowed to hop your ass in there with busted gloves. There's a reason why you're not allowed to tamper with your gloves. Because once you compromise the gloves, it can give you an advantage, Mr. Greg. I'm sorry to tell you this, bro.
You have to take the padding out in order for it to give you the advantage. And you don't even have to do that because you can just get horsehair gloves.
So why you running there with busted gloves, bro?
Now I can't explain that one. I'm not going to try to explain everything, but I'm just trying to say, unless Bud took the padding out of those gloves that he got in the ring with that were already busted, unless he took the padding out, then where is the advantage?
So I have a question, Mr. Greg. You
There's no
said that,
advantage.
There's
this is
definitely an advantage because you got your when once it's compromised, it's not a solid glove no more. So where your knuckles are, this gonna be a different impact, bro.
Because you have to take the padding out, is what I'm trying to say. I get that. But you
Once they
got to
bust,
remove
though,
something.
you're letting the air, whatever's in there, you're letting all that out. So it's kind of like it's gonna be a deflated kind of like glove, Mr. Gray.
Oh no, there's no glove. There's no air in the glove. That's why the padding is there.
There's some air. You can't say there's no air. Come on now, bro.
It's not going to affect the impact of the punch, though. The only thing that I would say about the gloves, period, when people think you got busted gloves, you done took padding out. Bud has used horsehair gloves, which are still legal in most states. Horsehair gloves is where you're going to feel the knuckles when you get punched. Only fighters who have hard, solid hands use them, or fast fighters like Mayweather was, but he realized that his hands were too fragile, which is why he stopped using them. But gloves that are horsehair gloves still are to a disadvantage to the ones wearing them, because you can hurt your hands, which is why most guys who do use them have to have very hard hands. But if you go into the ring with busted gloves, the only advantage that you're going to have if you've had to take the padding out.
Okay, but here's my thing though. If he's gonna cheat or if he's gonna do some shady shit like that, what's to say he's not doing other shady shit, Mr. Greg? Like when I see his hold on. Like when I see his when I see his thumb is able to move around, unlike other boxers, because you strap they got that thing that keeps your thumb in place. When you can move your thumb, when you got full motion on your thumb, that means you got a whole different kind of fist that you can form. It's a whole different impact, man. There's a whole bunch of ways to do this tamper with glove shit, to cheat with tamper with gloves, man. Like, I don't know if you guys are like oblivious to this, but it's kind of crazy.
No. If you the thumb that you're speaking of, if you get gloves where the thumb is already stitched down, then you can't. But
what are those kind of gloves
there
called,
is no
Mr.
rule that says you have to do it.
What are those kind of gloves called that are already stitched down?
It's not a particular.
Most of them are already stitched.
Most of them are stitched down, but you can buy gloves and use them that the thumb isn't stitched down. Most of the time people do, so you can't thumb anybody in the eye, because that was causing a lot of injuries at one point during boxing.
So let me ask you, Mr. Greg. You said that we agree that boxing is a sweet science, so why you can't have a scientist? What degree does Victor Conte have in science?
No. Oh, I didn't say he had that. I didn't say Victor Conte had a degree of anything. I just said, why wouldn't it? Because he's been called the mad scientist. I said it should not be any surprise that the sweet science has a scientist. I'm not talking about necessarily him.
Yeah, the answer is none, though. He got no degree in nothing.
But the question of science in itself should not even be a question, because boxing is a science.
Yeah, no, that wasn't where I was going with that. I was going with that with him saying that he has a scientist in his camp, a mad scientist.
And maybe that's what they call. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I was talking over.
No, he was referring to Victor Conte, so that's what I was just trying to get at. I was seeing if that's what you were referring to, because to my recollection, Victor Conte has no type of credentials.
Well, Victor Conte, from what I understand, is not a accredited or degreed scientist, but all of us can learn science. We can apply it ourselves as well. He's just not a degree or an official science. But I was really referring to the fact that when we talk about the sweet science, but then there's some disparaging about a scientist, period, not just Victor Conte. You have to apply science. You have to do that if you're going to be very good at this sport. And that's everybody has a role to play in your corner. Everybody, and you have to become very proficient and very good at it. So what Victor does has to do more with, I guess, nutritional supplements and things of that nature. And although he is not accredited or went to school, there's a lot of people that I know in this world who are extremely good at things that there are courses for, or there are 4 and 5 year studies or degrees you have to have. And some of those people are very good at it and have never gone to school, period.
And are still
So we have
practicing
to,
it.
like I
Like
said,
I
that's
don't,
what we have to
me
look at
personally,
the
I wouldn't
whole
let
picture.
a fake lawyer just because you read a law book allow you to represent me in court. Or like if you're not a doctor or a phlebotomist, I wouldn't allow you to take my blood. It's just certain things that without a degree or
I
some
agree with
sort of
that. I agree.
medical, you know what I mean, behind you, you shouldn't be
No, I
doing.
agree with that because there are other things when you use, so for instance, when you speak of law, I'll just use an example. You can be very good at understanding the law and never gone to law school. You can be very good at writing motions and things of that nature and never been.
Absolutely.
But part of the other part you have to have that's going to make you a better lawyer or a great lawyer are the relationships that you have with, say, the judge. You know what I mean? I would rather have a lawyer who's very good, graduated top of his class and all that, but used to be the clerk for the judge that we in front of, because then he understands how that judge thinks and moves. You see what I'm saying? So you do have to have some extra things there, but it helps if you understand what's going on in the first place. Just like Bomac understands that Victor has knowledge, better knowledge, I guess you could say, of supplements, of the science that goes into
Well,
boxing.
that goes without saying. I mean, look at Bomac.
Yeah.
That goes without saying.
Hey, Mr.
You
Gray.
wrong on that one.
Mr. Gray.
Yeah, you wrong on that one.
Hey, Mr. Gray.
Yeah.
Who else have you seen Bud knock out with one punch like that?
I haven't seen him knock anybody with one punch.
Just Avanesian, right?
Right.
Okay.
So, and I'm glad you said that. I always say, why are we surprised when somebody does something for the first time? It has to happen sooner or later. Somebody has to. You got to have a first time for everything. So why are we surprised that for the first time we saw Bud knock somebody out with one punch?
It was with busted gloves. That's what I'm saying.
Again, if the gloves had the padding pulled out of them, I would be right there with you.
I'm just pointing that out, man.
Listen, I done heard this argument since the fight last year, and I just, a lot of things I just don't say anything about, because once you've decided on a position about something, you're not gonna move away from it.
No, I don't know. I'm not saying I know what happened, but when I see shady shit like that happen, and then I see, because the commission is supposed to take your damn raps after the fight, right?
And how often do we see they don't do it?
That's what I'm saying. So to me, it seems like certain people get away with certain shit. You know what I mean?
I'm not going to disagree. We see this all the time, that things that are supposed to happen
don't happen. Yeah,
don't happen.
I agree with you.
Fighters, it happens.
I'm glad that Rick Timms brought up Tyson Fury, because wasn't Bud cool with Daniel Kinahan? The same with Tyson Fury.
Yeah, that's a connection. That's a connection.
And
we see what
again,
it is. Bud on some gangster shit. We can't deny it.
Of the people that are still in boxing, is this a surprise to anybody? We got a whole bunch of people that we don't even know who they are, who are in the corners of boxing, calling shots and making moves.
Oh yeah, for sure. Since the beginning of boxing, it'll always be that way.
They ain't gone nowhere. Congress has swept the floor up, but they didn't get all the corners.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, let's go around the panel, y'all, and y'all give me your final thoughts. Mr. Greg, you want to go first, Cash? Out of all the topics we discussed today, which, you can give your final thoughts on anything. I just want to make sure I remind y'all again that Bud said he putting cases on all you niggas.
So fuck what Bud said. Fuck that nigga.
Bud is putting cases on all you niggas who's accusing him.
Unlike a lot of these damn so-called Bud fans, I've done bought all this niggas fights except for that Avanesian one. So you ask some of these Bud fans, they can't even name his pay-per-view fights. So I don't even want to miss me with the bullshit. Yeah, do I think Bud is been cheating? I honestly do, because I remember I know all the history of this shit. I remember how he was all these interviews where he's like making it sound like he don't need the arrow fight and they don't mean nothing. I got other fights and all this other shit. But the whole time you hear these motherfuckers argue that it was PBC and Arrow trying to stall the fight or not make the fight. It's just that's cap. You know what I mean? If you know the history, you know Bud seemed to have wanted extra time for some reason to do something. And then you get with Conte when you already undefeated and already on the top of the pound for pound list. And since you got with this dude, you ain't been testing. You haven't been testing since 2020. And then Conte said that he had to call Sean Porter and Kenny Porter to get approval to work with Bud. Like, if you just selling this nigga some supplements, why the fuck you got, like, there's a lot of circumstantial evidence, and when you pile it all up, man, to me, a real nigga who ain't biased and I ain't about to be fed no bullshit and just because it's some nigga I like to watch fight. No, I feel like this nigga been cheating. His body transformation. He went from a skinny nigga, he's been grown for a long time. He's been a grown man. Y'all act like this nigga just grew up. No, he been grown. Since he was fighting niggas like Hank Lundy and then. He was a grown-ass nigga in his prime. And he has transformed tremendously. His body has transformed into some shit. That don't just, I mean, yeah, he's a gym rat. Yeah, I like to say that. Yeah, he's a gym rat. He's always been a gym rat.
But it's never happened.
So that gym rat shit don't work with me. Because he always been in a fucking gym. So why the fuck is it just now, since Victor Conte, he got these goddamn transformations and this nigga's anemic and all this shit piling up? Yes, this nigga's
and he looked like this with this kind of weight on him.
He happens to be with the dude who can pass any test and give you supplements that there's no test for. So it don't matter if you getting tested. There's no test for this shit I'm giving you. So, I mean, okay, it is what it is. Boxing is a dirty game. You're going to have fans that are biased and gullible and just going to overlook all this fucking crazy shit. But I'm not one of them motherfuckers, man. In my eyes, this nigga been cheating. He ain't the only one. Devin been cheating. A lot of these snack fighters been cheating. The top of the top that Victor likes to, the top of the athlete that Victor been saying since Baco that he likes to deal with. Yeah, he's doing the same thing now. It's the same stew just reheated, man. That's my final thoughts, man. All y'all be good, man. Check y'all next time.
All right, Cash. Thanks, babe. No Cap, what you got for us? I don't know if you could top Cash though. Woo! Burnt it up on the way out the door, Cash. Set the building on fire.
You can't prove it till they get caught. Like, you can't really say shit. All I'm saying is them gloves are suspect. That's just a fact. You know what I'm saying? I can't lie about the shit. I hope he got them blessed gloves against Canelo so he knock him out.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that's a lot.
I hope we got them everlasting to loosen up a little bit. Punch the wall a couple times, see if you can loosen up that padding. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Fuck it, dog. That's cheating is part of the sport apparently. Like shit. They let her ass come out there without a motherfucking without a hand wrap on. I mean he coming in that bitch with the Margarito special. Now you can see that damn hand wrap is hard as fuck on that picture. So like, man, it just is what it is. Motherfucker gonna try to get an advantage any way they can. The motherfucker like, man, you gotta be on your P's and Q's, nigga. You better have a trainer like Nassim, brother Nassim. You know what I'm saying? He knew all the tricks of the trade, so he was able to help Shane out. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knew Margarito was doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Till they seen Cotto face. See, he probably seen Cotto face and was like, you know what? I need to check this motherfucker for that power. Because he probably, if he never would have busted Cotto up like that, he probably never would have thought of that shit. Margarito would have just been getting away with that shit.
Mm.
But you know, you gonna find out. The truth will always come out eventually. You know what I'm saying? You know, with this different Henry shit.
I cannot.
You say what?
What'd you say? No Cap. I'm sorry, babe.
I was saying the truth gonna come out eventually. You know, with this Devin Haney shit. You know, he on 360. He the only motherfucker in the world on 365 tested. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get everybody else to do this, join his party and shit. You know, ain't nobody trying to do that shit.
You is not lying.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, it is what it is. You know, even on steroids, he ain't gonna have no power. You know what I'm saying? So he can take. He can juice up. He can do whatever he wants.
It's gonna be pillow fist rage. That's what it is. Not roid rage. Pillow fist.
He just ain't gonna help. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I got to say.
Well, thank you, No Cap. We appreciate it. Mr. Greg, take us on home.
I'm gonna touch on every point real fast. I'm not gonna keep you up.
I love it. Okay.
Let's start with the gloves, and the hand wraps. Now,
Oh,
Steve Richardson.
I thought you meant all the topics. You talking about Bud punk ass?
Well,
Okay,
no,
go
I'm
ahead.
going to. I'm talking about stuff to be talked on,
Okay.
including that. I'll start with those because that's what we finished with.
Okay.
Nassim Richardson is a corner man. One of the things they need to should be experienced at, is watching how the opponent's hands are being wrapped. It wasn't because Margarita was busting up Kodo. That didn't do it. Nassim knew that that's what his job is to watch how his opponent's hands are being wrapped. That's how he caught Trinidad. That's how he caught Margarito. Had nothing to do about what the previous fights were for that guy. That's why you're supposed to have people in your corner who knows their job. So when you have that, a lot of the things that happen in a fight get stopped. Now, I think y'all said that not Margarita, but Madrimov saw Bud's gloves were busted in the locker room, right? And they made him change them. I think that's what you were saying. So that's what they're supposed to do. You're supposed to catch things like that. And so I have no problem with that. If you in a fight and your gloves bust, I don't care who you are. Some of the rules in some of the states dictate you stop the fight, change the gloves as necessary. In one of the fights that Bud's gloves were busted, the commission looked at the fight and said, let it continue. And the next round or the next couple of minutes, dude gets knocked out. Abanesian gets knocked out. So who are you going to blame? Because the commission saw what it was and allowed it to continue. When you don't give your gloves to the commission, when you don't give your wraps to the commission, we've seen that happen in countless fights over and over and over again. Whose fault is that? But it always seems that the fighter, and I'm not just talking about Bud, but it's always the fighter who seems to be the one who is catching the charge for some reason when someone else didn't do their job. When you go up in weight, when you're developing, I'll look at two fighters, one that you love, and I'm not talking about them, but you'll have to look at what happened. You had Bernard and you had Roy.
Don't you bring Roy into this. He's done nothing to you, Mr. Gray.
No, I'm not going to talk about him that way. I'm going to show you went from 175 to 200 pounds. You did it properly. But who did you have in your corner doing it? The same thing, the same person that Bernard had when he went from 160 to 175. You had Maxie Shieldstein, got them where they're supposed to be. That's the science there. Maxie wasn't a scientist either, but he knew what to do and he knew how to do it, and he was well respected. Still is. I don't know why he's not still in boxing. He should be. But the point of the matter is, you have somebody who develops you, puts on the 25 pounds of muscle and weight, put on the 15 pounds of muscle and weight. Same thing. You got to have somebody in your corner that makes that transformation and does it properly, where that weight is evenly distributed, where the muscles, you got the twitching muscles. All of those things are part of the science. So I'm saying this, that there's always going to be somebody who is experienced, who's great at doing their particular job. The problem with Victor is that Victor has cheated. He's been convicted. He's suspicious, et cetera, et cetera. So it doesn't matter if he's good at that. He has a jacket that he earned for cheating and ruining, helping to ruin other athletes' lives after they had won so many times. So that's the big difference, but it's the only difference. So you have to be able to look at that. You have to be able to understand that just because something happens in the ring the first time, there's no reason to be suspicious. But now everybody is, because we've seen so much cheating now. So we are jaded and we see everything through a different lens. That looks suspicious. I never seen him do that before. As opposed to, I'm glad that he rose to this level. I'm glad that I'm able to see him for the first time do this or do that. And I hope we see him do it again. And we hope we see him get better. One fighter that I can think of that we talked about that has gotten better, that we don't say he's suspicious, Rolly. I'm glad that Rolly is looking better. I'm glad that he's getting better. And I'm glad that nobody's accusing him of doing anything wrong, because I don't think he's doing anything wrong either.
Mr. Greg, but that's that you can't, you're trying to tie two things together. I see what you're doing, right? But Rolly has always had power. Rolly has always been a stocky little bastard. The only thing that was wrong with Rolly was his technique.
That's
right?
what I'm talking
So
about.
the fact that he has like a better trainer, he got rid of Bullet's ass and really started to horn in on his craft is a little different than busted gloves, and it's a little different than rolling around with Victor Conte. Like, so those things are two different. Like,
No,
you
what I'm
can't say
saying,
somebody getting better and as far as technique to oppose to all of a sudden now you looking like a goddamn sumo wrestler when 90% of your career you was looking like Pookie off of New Jack City.
but I just showed the example where two fighters came up 25 and 15 pounds.
I don't know who those two were. I heard one.
One was Roy. One was
See,
Roy.
there we go. See, there you go.
One was Roy. One was Roy, and one was
I didn't hear
Bernard.
that name.
I just gave you this. I just gave you the name of the person who helped both of them. Maxie Silstein. He got them up to their particular new weight classes, and he did it properly. He did it well. That's what he was good at doing. So you have to understand that there are people out there who are in boxing who can take you to your next level.
And I get that, and I can appreciate that. But one of them doesn't necessarily have to be somebody who was helping other athletes drug. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like sometimes y'all just negate the fact where Victor Conte comes from, and y'all want to act like we're just hating on them, or we're saying things that are completely unjustifiable. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have a reason for this.
I'm not doing. I already said the difference was Victor was known to be a cheater.
Right.
I didn't exclude anything, but what I'm saying is also when one person, there's somebody who can do the exact same thing that just doesn't have the reputation of cheating, and that makes the difference. The difference between those two men is one has been to jail for cheating. One was actually moving and distributing illegal steroids, and one wasn't. So that's what I'm trying to get across. We have to be able to determine the differences, and we shouldn't always be suspicious. I'm not even just talking about Victor Conte. We shouldn't always immediately be suspicious of someone because they're doing something we haven't seen before. See, a lot of times there's been questions, little small questions about fighters, and there's no history of them cheating. There's no even history of someone being in their camp who does cheat. But there's still a question about them, which makes it unfair for those fighters. I mean, before Brian Norman Jr., for instance, had his last fight, wasn't nobody saying anything about him cheating, possibly cheating. And now it is because of how he's looked lately, because we're not accustomed enough to seeing fighters develop and grow and do things that we hadn't seen them do before. And that's hurts the sport a little bit, and it hurts us as well, because as opposed to being excited about what they do new, we're suspicious of what they do new. And yes, if you got somebody in your corner, in the case of Bud, or was in your corner even in the case of Bud, because my understanding that Victor Conte is not in his corner for this fight, but nevertheless, he has been there. So yeah, I get it. I get it. I mean, I even had some questions, to be quite honest. Like, what do you mean you're using something different? Those are legitimate questions. You do that to anybody, whether you like them or not. If there's something that doesn't sit well with you, you look at that and you question it. But you also have to ask those questions based on what your experiences is. Right. And my experiences may be a little bit different, maybe even vast than some others. I don't automatically, because of what has happened to me. I've used some things from my past that put me in a horrible, horrible situation. I mean, you're talking to somebody that fought a life and death battle with the feds. You talk about, I've been with people who I associated with, who were friends as well, who were extremely dangerous people. Feds were looking for them. Something happened. Somebody got their wings to go to heaven. Guess who caught it? Me. Why? Because I'm associated. So that's why I understand that very well because I've been down that road. But that doesn't mean I can't also give grace and say, why do I not think this person did this? In the case of him, talking about Bud again, not because it's not possible, not because I just don't want to believe it, but I look at how do I identify with him in terms of what he's been through, how he's lived, and how I relate to that. Some of the things that's happened to him, I can relate to because it's happened to me. But my biggest thing is his mother. I don't think he will ever allow her to be right because she used to tell him throughout his career he ain't ish. And if you don't understand that, then let me explain. The
Yeah, I
person
did.
that,
I saw that interview when he
yeah,
said she used to
if
get him beat up and all of that
I
other
would
stuff.
never, I know he would be destroyed. He would destroy himself if it came out. You have been cheating all this time.
But you
So,
don't think that they have that extra confidence because of Victor? So let me pose this question to you, right?
mhm,
If, say, right now today, the feds came and they collected Victor Conte again, right?
mhm.
And they said all of the fighters who are associated with him that are his sponsees, right? You all have to be tested outside of VADA, a different set of testing, and we testing y'all from head to toe, which means we taking saliva, we taking blood, we taking semen, whatever, we taking it all. How
Mhm.
many of them that are associated with Victor do you think will be scared to death?
Hmm. To be honest, if the
Be
feds came,
honest.
if the feds came to grab everybody, everybody should be afraid. Not because they've done something wrong, but you don't understand the feds. I do.
No, I understand the feds, but I know I said they came and took Victor, and
Oh,
everybody else they
if they
told them they came and
can,
took Victor, and then everybody else they told them that y'all have to drug test outside of VADA, doing a whole separate panel with people y'all don't know, people that are not connected with VADA, and we will be testing for everything. How many of those fighters do you think would be scared shit?
oh, I'm just about to. I said it again. Everybody should be afraid because there's already a suspicion about Victor. So if you've been working with Victor and he's been supplying you with supplements, let's just say in an imaginary, in a naive world, Victor already has done what he's done. You know, everybody in sports outside of boxing, even inside of boxing, are suspicious of his supplements and suspicious of what he does with them and what he's able to do. You have to think, did he give me one thing, even if it's just one time, that I'm not aware of that's in my system? You got to think that. That's why working with him in the first place was stupid, in my opinion,
Exactly.
because it's all, and that's why I never say, "Oh no, it's not possible." Yeah, it's possible. Everybody should be concerned about that. That it could have been just one. It could have been a grain of something because he does his own supplements that they're done to his specifications. I have to believe. Um, and if there's just one grain of something that's illegal, that still will be in your system when they test you. Too bad. You've just ruined everything you've ever accomplished in your particular sport because from the very beginning, you should have not done it, but you did. So that's how I feel about that. So everybody should be afraid if that happens. I don't care how confident you are that you didn't knowingly do something. You was with somebody who has done something, and that's the difference to me. That you've been in the situation that you didn't have to be in the first darn place. So yeah, that's my answer to that. All of them, Carissa, Devin, Shakur, whoever has been working with him before or after, even if you only did it one time with him or worked with him at one time with one fight, and they don't come to get you for whatever reason because you have been working with them for a while, you still should go back and look at that particular period that you did work with him in that particular fight because now you're seeing what's happening to him right now because the feds didn't just come to him because they just didn't have anything to do. Something triggered it for them to come and grab you like that and demand that all the fighters that you currently are working with have to be tested, something has happened. And if something like that ever happens, every single solitary fighter that he's worked with, whether he's working with them currently or used to, needs to be concerned about what he did with you at that particular fight, or the couple of fights that he may have worked with you on. Not only that, every agency that tests, or every coach who endorsed, have to look at what they did too, because there's a number of coaches who has been endorsing Victor Conte, and they got to look at, what did I do? Did I get some money to endorse him? So am I going to be charged with conspiracy? Because it's not just the association that you have to be concerned about. You have to ask yourself, did I benefit in some kind of way for what he did that turns out to be illegal? So everybody should be afraid, and that's why he shouldn't be here. And that's why fighters should not mess with him, period. It doesn't matter that he's claiming to be an anti-doping advocate, that he's trying to turn his life around. The first mistake he made was trying to come with that reverse psychology. That's a classic move by narcissists.
By us narcissists, yep.
Salespeople do the same thing. They tell you if there's a problem, get in front of it first before it comes to you. And that's what he did. And I think if he was trying to change, the first thing he would have asked the boxing world openly, can I come in and help? And they would have said yes or no. But for some reason, he's there because there's the powers in boxing wants him around. But I would have said, I know I did wrong. Here's what I did. How can I help make this game better? What do you want me to do? What do you not want me to do? Do you want to put controls? Do you want to have independent agencies check everything that I do? Anything that puts you out there to them, for them to be convinced before they let you in, is what you should try. Now, you still might get told no. And basically, because all the other sports told you no, they should even think about bringing you in. They should just say no. So you got to ask you why. I couldn't give you a concrete answer of why the powers of that be in boxing, because you can ban anybody from boxing that you want. All four sanctioning bodies can stand together and say, no, you can't be with any boxer. You can't be in this gym. You can't
exactly like the rest of the sports told him, get the fuck on.
Exactly. But they're not doing it, and you have to ask yourself why. So the bigger question is, those who have power are allowing victory. And yeah, the fighters think they have power. No, they don't. The only thing they have is the ability to either say yes or no to a fight if they don't owe somebody some money where they need to fight. So that's my long-winded. I'm sorry I talk so long. That's my long-winded answer to that particular question. But I just would say, boxing is, we're all passionate about boxing. We all like it. We all think somebody should think the way we should think, and we don't, and we shouldn't. Boxing isn't fair. There's a whole bunch of unfair stuff that takes place in boxing, from the purses to who gets treated better than the other, to people, not getting their money for hotel rooms, to flights. All of that stuff happens in boxing, which is why you have to have a solid, strong management team all the way around you who can make things happen that makes it easier for you to fight. And there should have been somebody that was strong enough, and there would have been a Bo Mack, in my opinion, who should have told Bud, he might be good, but we don't need the headache, because now they've had this headache since when was Spence fight? 2023.
2023. It's
23.
like a cloud. It's been over.
Now we're being dogged continuously, and it's not going to go away. Even if you don't use Victor anymore, you still got that for the previous fights that you had Victor in your corner. So, to me, that was the failure, in my opinion, in a decision-making process with Bobak, because he should have stood up to Bud and said, no, we know what he does. You don't want to be in, and we don't want to be in either. And he should have taken. And if he had to, he should have said, "If you're going," he should have done what Eddie Futch did to Riddick Bowe. You're not going to do what I tell you to do and preparing yourself. I'm walking away. Now you got somebody who's gotten you to this point in your career, who's telling you, "I'm standing on business too." That's the word that people use these days. I'm walking away if you bring this man into my camp with me and working with you. You got to go that far, and that's the kind of people you got to have in your corner who's going to say, "Nope, this is where I get off the bus at." Why they did it, I couldn't even tell you. I mean, I know Marty asks all the time, "Why did they go over there?" I don't know. I can speculate, but all those fighters probably have similar reasons, but they're different. But it didn't make any sense to me because all you're doing to me, even if there was no uh, suspicion, is spending money that you normally don't have to spend, that you could really do some of your own research on, because you have to learn your body. I've seen athletes learn their body and do the work. You got to do the work. You got to do the research. You got to understand how your body works and things of that nature. I said, yes, I understand that part, but you got to do the work. Yeah, you want to get your body at optimum fighting condition. You want to be able to be 100% firing on all cylinders, and you have to learn how to do that. That means, you can't cut any corners. You can't have anybody that people going to look at you side-eyed with. Because, see, I go back to Maxie Silstein again. If he was still working in boxing and he was in Bud's corner, there would not be this question about him right now. But it is. And now we're debating about gloves, hand wraps. What else we debate about concerning him? Victor. Uh, anything that has anything to do with that is what we're debating. Is unfortunate. But I will still say this, and I'll close with it because I know you're trying to get off. Just look at the whole picture. You're going to talk about gloves. Do the research on gloves so you can understand.
I think I am going to do that. I think that'll be my next little
deep
venture.
dive on gloves. Yeah. Horsehair gloves. What happens when a glove busts? Who has the advantage when your glove busts? How they detect whether padding has been taken out of the gloves that's an easy one, but still do that.
You know what? Email that to me, Mr. Greg. Email me those questions because I do want to look them up.
Okay, I'll do that for you. Certainly. Because I would love that subject matter to at least be openly and thoroughly debated, where different perspective, ideas, and actual situations can be put on the table. Because we keep thinking that if you bust your gloves, that you're cheating. The only way you do it. That's one more thing that I will say about busted gloves. If you getting beat up, you the fighter getting beat up, and somehow they in the corner bust your gloves with the understanding or with the hopes that the ref will see your gloves is busted and stop the fight so you can repair them. You're cheating then because you need a break because you're getting beat up. That's happened, I think.
A lot of them too, don't they like spit out their mouthpieces to get a couple extra seconds?
I was just about to go there. Spitting out the mouthpiece. I mean, Corrales did that quite a few times in his fight with can't think of his name, but that's how he got through that fight because he was getting pieced up. Both of them were really putting some power on each other, but Corrales spit out his mouthpiece while he was on the ground on the mat twice. That's how he got through that because he was getting destroyed. And then he came back and did his thing. But you're not supposed to be able to do that. So you'll see the days refs aren't as experienced sometimes and won't take the necessary steps. And a lot of times it's because of who the fighters are or what kind of crowd is there. If it's a big money fight, for instance, do you really want to be the one who stops a fight on a small technicality? No. Look at Richard Steele. When Richard Steele stopped that fight with Chavez and I don't know why I can't think of names these days. But Chavez was getting beat up, was losing the fight, and Belgic Taylor dropped him with 30 seconds left. Not even that many left in the fight. Melcher should have won that fight, but Richard Steele called the fight off because Melcher made a little small mistake by looking at his corner as opposed to looking at Richard Steele. Stop the fight. They had to have some armed guards to get Richard Steele out of that arena.
Mm.
Um, when Pernell Whitaker drew the draw with Chavez,
Oh
Pernell,
yeah. Oh yeah.
uh, the reason why that was a draw because you saw where the fight was. First of all, if they had gave Pernell that fight, which he did win, it'd have been pandemonium. It'd have been a riot in there. Whoever that ref was, whoever those judges were, wouldn't have made it out of there. So it's different little things like that that can happen too, that can influence how a fight goes. I don't know if you know about Ricardo Lopez. And that's another. I'll put that in as another fighter that you should draw something up on. Great fighter. His rival, whose name I can't remember either, they fought to a draw. The reason why they fought to a draw, again, in Mexico, the judges didn't even show the scoring cards, but they had to get all three of the judges out of there. So things like that happen. There's greed, there's gambling. All of those things do still affect the fight, and we don't always readily see it. So, when you see stuff like that, I mean, this is what this game is. I mean, it's not regulated properly. Everybody has a little fiefdom. Everybody's trying to hurry up and get some money. It's a sort of run differently now. Fighters aren't fighting for legacy, even though they may say it from time to time. No, they're not. They're fighting to get the biggest bad to get out of there quick while they still have all their senses. I get that part too. But it's changed the way the game is. And it's made all of us a lot more cynical. Here we are debating about busted gloves. Who has the advantage? But that's just how it is, and that's what we got today. So, listen, that's what we still enjoy, even though we know there's a whole bunch of problems that's not going to change. But that's what I got for you, sis.
Well, I appreciate you, Mr. Greg. That is definitely something to consider. I think all of our points were valid, even though there was some of contention. I just think that, with Victor Conte being in the pictures, there's always going to be some level of suspicion, you know what I mean, on any boxer that he decides to highlight and associate himself with, specifically the two that are, I guess, his chosen two, which is Devin and Bud at the time. So I think that's why those two get a lot of flack, and not to mention the throw Bill in there, and then you got a whole nother can of worms opening up. But I think that's where a lot of the confusion and the contention is coming from. Just his involvement with Victor, and how his body type is changing. He went from looking like that to looking like this. So it's definitely right before our eyes. It looks like, are you being made in a lab? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that.
To
Yeah.
that
I get that. You know what's going to be real disappointing to a lot of fans, and me, if any of these fighters, including Bud, is officially proven, not because we just believe it or we thought so, but if it's ever officially proven that even if it's something small, that they pop dirty, it's going to be a whole bunch of disappointed.
Oh yeah.
I mean, a lot of people are going to be, especially at that level. Because what happened to Canelo, no, that was, to me, Canelo knew he was eating steak, because most of the meat in Mexico is treated that way. So it's not like it was not known. He just thought, once it was cooked, it wouldn't be a problem, I believe. But he knew how that meat was treated. But they love him in Mexico to some degree, so you get a pass. But here, for our people, our fighters, you can't make those same mistakes not when you rise to a certain level. And even some of the whiter fighters or athletes, I should say, like the cyclist. I can't think of his name either, but he was beloved because we love our athletes. We love them. They're our heroes. They're doing stuff that we can't do or used to do, found we couldn't do, and we love watching them perform because they do things that's beyond our abilities. And I want to see them do that and cheer them on. And I don't want you to cheat about it either. And somebody just said, I'm like a pastor who keeps preaching when it's time to go home to see the NFL game." Oh, who was that? Rick Tim, I think he said that. Jab Queen. Oh, she gone too.
No, I'm here. I'm
Oh
here. I didn't hear what you said. What you say?
no, I said happened to see on the chat. I think what Rick Tim said, I'm like a pastor who keeps on preaching when you're ready to go home to watch the NFL game.
Oh, oh
People can
God.
be real. People can come up with some good ones. You've been coming up with some good ones. I like, and that's what makes your show makes everybody who has a show so entertaining because you put some of your personality in it, and it makes it the right flavor. And you
Yeah,
and
you
you,
gotta
and you
add your
handle
own
when
little
they get
style and flair.
yeah when they get out of hand, you come in with the whip.
Yeah, you gotta boot these niggas, And
Yeah.
that's how I try to tell them. I don't want to hear any goddamn throwback Thursday request if it is not from the elders, honey. You young Negroes, just take what you get. Okay, that is my thank you to them for putting up with y'all on these panels acting a fool. So that is it. I am only taking requests from the elders. Miss Barbara requested we do. I think Wilfred Benito. I think
Benitez.
that's what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll be next week.
Great. I'll
So
send you the. I'll definitely will send you the things I was talking about in the gloves, and I'll send you a couple of old fighters too. And I wish some of these younger fighters would take the time out and study like Mike used to do.
mm-hmm.
Mike used to watch films day and night when he was with Customato. He used to watch all of that stuff, and that's why he identified with Sonny Liston so closely because he saw himself in Sonny Liston. But you don't if you don't study those fighters and you don't study those styles and you don't put the work in to see if some of those attributes will fit for you and how you fight, you'll never know. You'll just try to hurry up and do what you're trying to do.
And a lot of these young whippersnappers think they better than the old ones. Like, Shakur was saying this one was ass or this one was trash. Like,
Yeah.
these guys, what I'm learning through doing my Throwback Thursdays and just doing research on them in general, because some of them obviously were before my time.
Mm-hmm.
These guys got in there with each other, honey. They got in there with every damn body. Like, you got to cross-reference and doing this one. You be like, oh, yeah, I remember he fought this one and this one. And it's like, yo, they really got in there and fought each other. I know Oscar De La Hoya damn near fought everybody in the world.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Just me doing my research on other fighters and seeing his name on the list of other fighters. I know he got in there with everybody in the world. I didn't even get to him yet on Throwback Thursday, but just me doing all these other fighters and seeing that he was like when I did Chavez and then I just did he was on Trinidad's list. I'm like, God damn, Oscar out here getting to it. So
yeah, Oscar did get to it. He fought Bernard. He fought he fought everybody that he could actually fight, even the ones he said he wasn't going to fight. He fought. And win, lose, or draw, Oscar was in there. So,
yes, he was.
People,
Yep.
I think sometimes they clown him because the stuff he did outside the ring and stuff like that. But in the ring, Oscar got in the ring.
Fishnets and shit, but in that ring, Oscar was a bad man. They can say what they want.
Yeah, so I'm glad that you're continuing to do that. That's again one more thing that you offer to your audience. So you just got to make sure that you promote that too.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, I can keep talking, but I better stop.
It is okay. It is okay. I will be live again tomorrow, actually. They finally unblocked me out. Some of these boxes finally unblocked me, so we may have us an interview. I will be live at 4 p.m. tomorrow. So y'all make sure y'all pull up. No CP time. Y'all come on time with your Sunday's best on, child. We are having us a guest, so behave and act accordingly. And then when we're done with the interview and we let them go on about their business, y'all can let me know how I did. I've been practicing all week. I am so excited. So far, it's still a yes. So we will see y'all tomorrow.
Is that for tomorrow or Sunday that you have?
Nope, that is for tomorrow.
Oh, okay. You're gonna have to guess tomorrow.
Yep.
Okay.
So I will be live again tomorrow. I'm not usually live on Fridays, but it was the only day they could do it. So obviously we have to, acquiesce to our guests. So I will be live tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Y'all make sure y'all pull up and show your girls some love.
Well, we will show you some love and we will pull up. I'm now. I have to
I
go.
appreciate it.
I should get back home by that time, but I have to.
Okay.
But
Well, I'm gonna just do like a general subject. They said they'll be, pulling up after 4. So I said I'm gonna go live at 4 just to give people a chance to get in here because I know you black people love to come in here when y'all get in here, and I don't want y'all to miss it. I don't know how long they got, so just make sure y'all get in here on time. So y'all can see Mama do her first interview. We growing, y'all. They unblocking me. Look at me, I'm growing.
Right, that's a good thing.
Look, they unblocking she. No, yes. So I'm very excited. So I'm not gonna reveal who it is. Y'all just gotta pull up and see. Okay.
Now,
so y'all make sure y'all be back tomorrow.
Have you noticed anybody trying to copy your style a little bit when you go to other platforms, or notice anything like that?
No, not necessarily. I don't normally. I used to be all over the world, but now with trying to do my own content and make sure I keep up with everything, it's kind of hard for me to be everywhere that I used to be. So I usually catch playbacks, or I honestly don't catch them at all sometimes. Just a couple of shows I make sure I try to catch sometimes, but usually I'm just trying to get my own content out and reaching out to certain people because I like y'all said, I want to start doing interviews. I want to be able to get my press pass and go to some of these sites and harass them in person. So I've been really, really busy until I can get like a real handle on this stuff. And it's summertime, so we be still trying to be outside a little bit. So until I can get a full handle on this stuff, I'm not really able to visit a lot of the platforms that I used to visit. So I couldn't tell you. Certain people send me stuff and people be talking about me. Y'all don't gotta send me that shit. I don't really give a fuck. Let them talk. Just say my name and make sure in they chat you tell their subscribers to come subscribe to the souls, to the Players Palace. But other than that, I really don't care. Let them talk.
Well, if they're copying it,
you niggas. I don't care. Shit.
That's the most sincere form of flattery if they're copying it.
I wouldn't know. I don't. Let me tell you something, honey. I am such a head down and work kind of girl. I plan the work and then I work the plan and I mind my business. You can do whatever you like with your time. I'm gonna spend my time growing my platform. If you want to spend your time on your platform talking about shit, have at it. Have the fuck at it. I don't care. I'm doing me. Do you, boo boo?
All right. I hear you. I hear how you talking. I like how you talking. Anyway, let me let you go ahead and take care of your
Absolutely. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Mr. Greg, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure when you come and give us some wisdom. I knew you was coming with your cape on tonight for Bud, so I expected that. So I know when I talk about certain fight, I know who coming up here with their cape on ready to cap. So I am fully aware of it, and that is fine.
But you know what? It's going to be interesting as we get closer to the fight.
Oh yeah, I definitely have a couple of other clips that I didn't share, and I'm sure by the time the fight rolls around, they'll be old. But hell, this fight now feel like it's old. They ain't did no presses or nothing in like a month or two, so I'm trying to help rejuvenate them. Shit, but you know what I'm saying. So when I saw the little VADA thing in his little training clip, I was like, oh okay, let me just bring this back up. Let them know we still got us a fight coming up because it's like people completely skipped over that, and now we in November talking about Brian Norman and Devin. So. So it's like I think Turkey moves a little too fast with these cards. I think just about now he should have had them start doing the press conferences and rolling out with the interviews. But that's Turkey thing. He got to run his thing how he run his thing.
One more thing for you. One more thing for you. When you're doing your research on the gloves and stuff, see if you should be able to find some. If you can find fighters when they're in their dressing room, get ready for a fight. You always will see them doing the pad work, warming up. But see if you can see them when they're punching the walls or the floor that they're standing on. And the reason why
they have to do that. They have to punch floors.
No, they're not supposed to do that. But the reason why you're doing the pad, one of the reasons why you're doing the pad work, it's not just to warm up, it's to soften up your gloves. See, you can do the pad work if that's legal, but you'll see number of fighters, names this won't come to mind right now, but they're punching the floors, but they're doing that to soften up the gloves. See, that's another way that you can do something with your gloves, punching the floors or punching the walls, because it's all concrete, right? So you're hitting a hard substance. Kobralov as one of the fighters that you'll probably find that they even made mention to it when he was getting ready to fight that he wasn't supposed to be doing it, and it happens all the time. But I wanted to make you aware of that, so when you do whatever piece you do about gloves, that you can show examples of what you shouldn't be doing or what's supposed to be illegal to do, that fighters still do to soften up their gloves just before they go into a fight. So I just wanted to put that out to you. But I'll put more stuff in the email that I send to you that you can look for. So
I will definitely once I get that. Yeah, that's fine. Once I get that, then I'll do all of the gloves, the variations of gloves, and
Okay. All right, sis. Well, it was good to talk with you, and I'll bid you good night.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Greg. You have a good evening.
You too.
Okay. Bye. Right, y'all. Well, we can shut down the Carter, honey, and Ray. And I will see you all tomorrow. Like I said, I will be live tomorrow at 4. Y'all make sure y'all pull up and show y'all girls some love. No CP time, ninjas, please. Please. We want to be on time and show our guests we got some sense over here. Some of us, I know all of us don't, but the ones of us that do, we want to make sure we show up and show out, okay? I will see y'all all tomorrow at 4. And until then, baby, catch me on a panel. No, come on. Say good night. Good night.
Good night.
Okay. Bye.